On today's episode, it's just me and Thad back in the studio. His better half was also here, Morgan. She was doing all the behind-the-scenes work. She did a great job. It'll be really good to have her anytime she can make it. We did this podcast on Impeachment Night, so we do touch on that, but really we just go over some more goofy stuff, have some fun. I had a few drinks beforehand, so I may not have been on the top of my game. But like I said, it was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy.
What?
Yeah, dead in my mouth.
I don't know why you're pointing at me. I didn't raise my hand.
I know your name's Kate.
Shut up.
Sure.
Green, the screen ain't green, and it also ain't clean, like a green screen, but I'm clean.
You terrible rapper.
That's it. That's the intro. Fuck off.
I'll just give you, this is what I have written.
Okay.
No particular order, though.
All right.
So it was Braveheart.
Okay, so you're going to give, this is a list of movies.
Oh, yeah, there's a list of movies that I like. It's like, these are the ones that if it's on, like I'm definitely watching
it, yeah.
Or like, even if I have to choose between like new ones or ones I haven't seen before, there's a good chance I'm going to pick one of these instead.
Okay. Right.
Braveheart.
Awesome movie. Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the better speeches of all time, right?
One of the greatest.
Yeah. So we're good there.
Yeah. I mean, just good stuff. Good shit.
Yeah.
All right. Major League.
Yeah.
One and two. Okay.
Yeah, both good.
They're just good. Like,
one is, I think, way better, but they're both
it
good.
Is. But that's the other thing too, and it kind of goes into my whole thing about sequels and like people get so mad. Like, you ever notice like people get mad about sequels? Like if it's not as good as the first one.
Yeah. Sometimes I think it's justifiable. Like sometimes they're so bad.
Okay, I can get
like
that.
You ever seen Boondock Saints?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you ever see the second one?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I know
what happened.
I know,
but
that's when a movie that can't really be a sequel gets made into a sequel. Where like,
but they made it like a joke.
That's the thing. Like you can't. They completely changed the whole like idea, like the whole
feeling of it.
Yeah, the whole mantra of the movie was different.
Right, but I had zero issues with a Major League. I thought the sequel was good.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish Wesley Snipes came back in a second.
That might be the
only
real downfall.
It was literally the only disappointing part was seeing Omar Epps as Willie Mays Hayes. Because when I think of Wesley Snipes now, like I know he's been in it, I think of Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah, even though he's like 4 times the size of that now.
Oh, absolutely.
He became a monster. I'm not going to say he was juicing, but I mean,
he hopped out of bed.
There was more than vitamin C.
Ran the 40 and beat some guys in PJs and no shoes. Right. That was real. Yeah. So same thing. Ace Ventura 1 and 2.
Now I got to say, I didn't really dig 2 that much, but it was funny. But I did love Ace Ventura 1.
Same as 1, like. As long as it's the same concept, it's just some more like funny shit,
right?
Like, you know what I mean?
But they did take it to like the next level, like him coming out of that fake rhino's ass.
Yeah, that was good shit.
I mean, it was funny.
Warm.
It was funny, but it took it to a whole nother extreme.
Yeah. I mean, it was just Super Troopers. Just a great, funny movie.
I love Super Troopers. I consider it one of my favorite comedies. But I do always have one negative thing about it. The first like 20 minutes are the funniest part of the whole movie.
You're right. It's the most quotable. I mean, like some of the most quotable stuff.
Yeah.
I just quoted it the other day.
Yeah. What does he say? The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Taste like schnozberries. Yeah. Or like someone did something at work the other day and he was just like, dude, I can't do that. Like I already did that. Like I can't do it. And I was like, he's pulled over. He's already pulled over.
He can't pull over any farther.
like that was good shit.
You are tripping, man.
I'm freaking out, man.
Right.
Yeah. Turner and Hooch.
Oh man, good pull.
Yeah,
good pull.
Yeah,
I just watched it not that long ago, actually.
Really?
Yeah, rewatched it.
Listen when I was at Harding. It was on today too.
Nice.
Watched it, but when I was at Harding teaching, like we it was can we watch a movie? I was like, yeah, okay. Of course, they want to like watch like stuff we can't watch.
Yeah.
So I'd pull up like 80s or 90s films.
Yeah.
Shit that I know they like have never seen.
Yeah. Turner and Hooch is amazing.
And they were like, what is this? I'm like, trust me. I was like, you'll like it. And they're like, the graphics are old as shit. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, this movie doesn't need graphics.
They loved it. I loved it. So, wait, that actually, listen. So, I was like thinking about this stuff. I started thinking about, like, when you hear actors and actresses, do you think of, like, does a certain movie come to mind?
What do you mean?
Like, if I said, like, almost like a game. If I
Okay.
was just like, I'm going to say an actor and an actress or whatever. And you just got to tell me the first film, TV, whatever.
Yeah.
Just what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Okay.
Ready?
So, yep.
All right, let's go like Tom Cruise.
Well, now Top Gun.
Yeah, because we just watched it.
Because we just watched the trailer for the new Top Gun. Might have been Jerry Maguire before that. I don't know.
Right. I'm saying, but I'm just like first, okay, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, for me, well, Forrest Gump popped in my head first, so that's what it was.
First thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, those are just ones that are just incredible.
But I love Big.
He's incredible.
Everything.
I think he's my favorite actor.
Yeah, he's great in everything he does.
Okay, right? Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad Pitt. Fight Club.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What's funny though? I immediately go Fight Club. You know what comes second? Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith goes second. You know what's funny is...
Which isn't even like it's not even a good film. I mean, it's decent.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just like a fun... But like, why?
It's funny. But it's funny
Brad Pitt coming into that.
Well, it's funny when you said Brad Pitt at first. I was like, "Fuck, have I ever even seen anything with Brad Pitt in it?"
And then you start thinking it's like there's 7, fucking Ocean's 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, there's a lot of good shit that he's in, but like just the first thing.
Yeah, for sure. Fight Club. Yeah.
I mean, not like same thing. Like, who's Iron Man?
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's some stuff now. It's like they're so heavy into it. It's like you can't even think of anyone else.
Right. I always think of Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. first because that really annoying kid, he punches him in the stomach.
Is that Zach Galifianakis too? Yeah, that was a good one. All right, give me one. What do you got?
Oh, you want me to come up with an actor?
Yeah, give me an actor.
Matthew McConaughey.
No, Mississippi. What the fuck is that?
Time
movie?
to Kill.
Yeah,
That's that's in my top 5.
really?
Yeah.
Where he's the attorney down in Mississippi?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he should have won an Academy Award for that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he was good.
And he wasn't even nominated for anything but Best Newcomer MTV MTV Movie Award.
Really?
Yeah. And he was so good in that
Just
movie.
goes to show you he plays the same fucking person all the time.
He's so good, though, man.
Yeah.
He never changed. He doesn't play the same person, but he never changes really like his accent.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to put on a fake accent, but he just does a good job acting in the movie.
Yeah, because you know what my other one would be. What's fuck no, I can't even think of it. The name, but it's I immediately all right.
Yeah, I mean, he's always going to be known for that. Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. Yeah.
He's always going to be known for that. But he had a crazy one where he was like a crazy killer called Frailty.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah, and plus
I don't think I ever heard of it.
And plus his role in True Detective was unlike anything he'd ever really did. In Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, hey, listen. Dallas Buyers Club was good.
Yeah.
I guess there was a couple ones that he actually acted in it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
He's really good at face acting, is what I like to call it. So like he doesn't have to say a word.
Is this your face acting? This is your like you're coining this?
Well, I don't know if it's actually a term or not, but yeah, it's something
saying, like,
that
you're
I've always
making
said.
this up?
Yeah. He can let you know what emotion he's feeling without saying a word. The perfect example of it is actually in Tropic Thunder. It's so funny because I saw this scene and it's the silliest movie ever.
Robert Downey Jr. in that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the silliest movie. But there's a scene because he plays Robert Downey Jr.'s agent or lawyer, right?
Yeah.
So he's Robert Downey Jr. is trying to get a hold of him because he needs his help, and he's trying to figure out whether or not to help him or buy like this boat or something. And he doesn't say a word after he gets off the phone. He's just looking at both, and you can see the struggle in him. You can see it, and I was like, man, he's such a good actor.
The sad thing is, there's actually people out there listening right now that like are like big movie buffs or just like actors in general, and they're just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Out of all the actors and actresses and all the movies and all the world, of all the most beautiful parts in every movie, Yours is Matthew McConaughey in Tropic Thunder, fucking deciding whether or not to help or buy a boat.
I'm telling you, it really was like that.
He's in a lot of shit.
He's in a lot
Failure
of shit.
to Launch.
And actually, Mud is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Mud was good.
Yeah.
Yep, I like Mud. We Are Marshall was
I mean, to me, We Are Marshall. It's just the crazy thing about it. It's supposed to be like a sports inspirational movie, but it's all about them like losing.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Yeah, that was a rough one. Oh, he was in Angels in the Outfield. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean he's been around forever. And actually, I just watched a little thing. Most actors actually think he's a phenomenal actor.
He is. I mean, he's not bad. He was in Interstellar. That was a good movie. Mm-hmm. Okay, not bad. Lincoln Lawyer. Yeah.
A lot of his movies have like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna go back and watch Lincoln Lawyer because I remember like barely thinking anything of it, but it's got like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You want another one?
Yeah.
How about let's go actress.
Okay.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah, that way we're not sexist pigs, right?
Well, Meryl Streep.
Jesus, he went with like the actress. It's going to sound crazy. I can't think of the name of it, but it's a movie that's popping in my head.
Because I got two.
Not Something's Gotta Give. It's Complicated. That's the one. That's the one that pops in my head.
Okay. It's Complicated?
Yeah, it's got her, Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's up there too.
Which one's yours?
Death Becomes Her.
Honestly, I always forget that she's in that with Bruce Willis. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one you think of?
Yeah.
Oh.
Death Becomes Her. Or believe it, what's the one with her? It's a newer one. She's the head of like a huge magazine.
I think that's The Post.
That's The Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, The Devil Wears Prada. Yeah. Which was actually good.
I know. I didn't. What's the other? Who's the other one in there?
Anne Hathaway.
Yep, she's good.
And actually, I was about to we were talking about Matthew McConaughey. I was going to bring up. I just recently watched an interview. I forget what movie she did with him now, but she was excited to do a role with him because she watched some movie. I forget what the movie. Oh, she saw Magic Mike of all things, which I've never seen. But she said, "I saw
what? Shut the fuck up!"
I swear to God, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Magic Mike?
No.
Oh my God!
Honest God, now I keep seeing.
Not only have I've seen Magic Mike. I've tried some of the dances before.
I fully believe that.
I've tried the routine.
Yeah, I fully believe that.
Just in my bedroom, just staring at myself in the mirror, just getting into it.
Just in your underwear.
Yeah, just feeling it.
Just gyrating all over the place.
Not one time.
But she was saying in an interview that she watched that movie, and that's why she wanted to be in a movie with him. And she said when she watched it, she said he's going to win an Academy Award someday for Best Actor.
Did.
And he did for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a bad movie either.
No, actually, that Serenity was a really crazy movie.
That's the one that they play together.
That's the one. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's that one.
Thank God you're here, Morgan.
I've never seen Serenity.
It's actually good. It's a mind trip.
Okay. I got some. Well,
how about Julia Roberts for you?
Pretty Woman.
Yeah. Erin Brockovich is the first one that pops in my head for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which she won an Academy Award for.
Erin Brockovich was good for sure. Julia Roberts is definitely, I would say Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman's probably, I love Pretty Woman.
Most of the stuff.
Actually, the podcast is just with my mom. I made her try to pick 5, but she doesn't really watch movies that often, so she picked 2, and Pretty Woman was one of them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not a bad flick.
No.
I mean, I don't want to go chick flick or anything because I think it's just a good movie.
Yeah, it's just a good movie. Yeah. I don't mind chick flicks. I don't give a fuck. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Period.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I got another one for you.
Uh-oh.
Another. Well, it's a movie, not even an actor.
Okay.
But it's something I had written down. October Sky.
Oh yeah, with I think I watched it a while ago, but I haven't watched it in a long time. That's with Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's like building a rocket.
Yes. Homer Hickam.
Homer Hickam. What a solid name.
Based out of some guys from basically West Virginia.
Yeah.
Coal mining county. and basically just grew up, got in the coal mine, and that was about it. And these four kids decided to kind of start getting into like the science aspect of it, and they weren't very smart. They just had a good teacher and
Right.
kind of go into it. But the thing is that it's very, it was very relatable in terms of like his relationship with his dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like
it was like
movies
real.
that.
Yeah, I think that's what
When you
like,
find something to relate to.
yes.
Yeah.
So it was like that. Like it was like not that like
Sean.
Crozier,
Oh yeah.
sort of a hard ass,
Yeah. A little bit.
but he's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's
But he
also
is.
a really nice guy.
But he is, but he's not. You know what I mean? It's just his kind of whole presence or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But that's basically it's his dad's just a hard worker, doesn't miss it. I mean, like fucking almost dies, eye
Right.
almost gone, and still goes back to work. Like just doesn't miss days. You know what I mean? Just,
Yeah.
he knows what he's there to do, and that's what reminded me of my dad. He's a worker.
Same thing with my dad. You know what movie makes me think of my dad in that same aspect,
What's
that
that?
same type of relationship? The Greatest Game Ever Played with Shia LaBeouf when he's playing the golfer.
Yeah.
His dad doesn't even want him to golf, and he's a great golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, you have to work.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But then at the end of the movie, when he's on everybody's shoulders collecting
Yep.
money, all of a sudden there's his dad with money in his hand.
I know.
Like, oh, fuck.
I sort of, and now that I think about that, there's so many more movies. Fuck, it's even one of my favorite movies. I forgot to wrote down.
Yeah.
Man, so many relatable movies. But like the whole thing of like you're basically just like we weren't like the hugging,
Oh, yeah, my dad wasn't
like
a
we
hugger.
weren't like
Yeah.
love you, Dad.
Yeah.
He's like, I love you, son.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean like it's not. I mean that's okay.
Sometimes I said it to my dad, and he'd be like, okay, I'll see you later.
Already. Good talk, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, have fun out there, buddy.
Yeah, go do your best in the world. Stop saying love stuff.
Yeah, I feel real weird right now.
Yeah. Then my sister would say, I love you, Dad. He'd be like, I love you too, sweetie. Just easier.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If I would tell someone that, they're like, "Oh man, you put," I'm like, "No,
I knew he loved me.
yeah." But like, it almost made, but it almost pushed me to like just fuck. Like, if I could just make this dude proud,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
For
Like,
sure.
you were like, that's what like you shot, and that's like so. October Sky. It's like he's got this big his hero.
Yeah.
Is Warner Van Braun or something, some famous rocket, NASA
Scientist.
guy.
Yeah.
And they base this whole movie basically about how he wants to grow up and be just like him and everything. His dad wants him to work in the mine. He's like, he pulls the old, what's that movie? Not to go back to movie jump, Varsity. I don't want your life.
Oh, yeah.
Varsity Blues. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to be like you, Dad. I don't want to grow up. He's like, God damn it, son, you got to work in these mines. And they don't put food on the table and stop with your damn dreams. And
Another Paul Walker classic.
yeah. But
And-
yeah.
Yeah, I
it
agree.
just like kind of keeps him going or whatever. But like it's not even a big spoiler, but he just like, right before he's going down, like his dad's going down in the mine. Just
Yeah.
dark, crazy. He's like, heard you met your big hero. Didn't even know it. And Homer Hickham's like, man. He's like, yeah, he's a great dude.
Yeah.
He's like, but you want to know who my hero is? You.
right.
And you were just like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck. that
There
was
it
good.
is.
That was really good.
It's one of those tearjerkers. Like, God, thank God I'm not hungover. I'd never hold this in.
Wait. Did I tell you that, or were you just saying that?
No,
shit?
you said it on the podcast
Oh,
last
okay.
time.
I was gonna say, get real emotional when I'm hungover. I can't watch emotional movies.
Yeah, I can't watch.
I would
can't watch emotional anything.
I'd be fucking crying like a baby,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Like, this Christmas commercial is too much.
Because then, as soon as you said how he's holding him up in The Greatest Game,
Oh yeah.
I immediately thought of Cool Runnings. His dad doesn't want him to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't want, and he still does it.
Yeah.
And they fucking get hurt. And maybe one of the greatest slow claps of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
For
mean,
sure.
Even the rhythm is just good. I mean, it's so good. And then his dad pulls the shirt open.
Oh yeah. He's
God
like,
damn it.
he's like, you dead?
Dad movies. Yeah. Sanka, you dead, man? Yeah, man. Doris,
Oh, shit.
you dead? No, man.
No, man.
But I have to finish the race.
Great movie.
Oh,
such a
good
silly
shit.
movie the whole time. It's got fucking John Candy in it, and at the end
Yeah.
you're like, am I crying during a John Candy movie?
Fuck. Oh, you guys all right? Man,
They
that-
carried the bobsled across.
oh my God, Sanko fucking cracks me up, man. In that one, that's just. How about I kick your butt right now?
You know what-
How about I draw a line down the middle of your head and make it look like a butt? The fuck? Come on.
How about
Good
actually,
shit.
my last hungover movie was Invincible. With Mark Wahlberg.
I'm gonna spit up my beer thinking of you crying during Invincible.
When he
Points up
when he points up to the crowd. Yep, when he points up to the crowd, he makes that one tackle. All he did was make a tackle, and he's like, and I'm like, oh my
that's
God.
it. Yeah, you're right. Fucking Invincible. Can we pick any more non-emotional fucking movies to cry to?
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Terrible.
But those ones are like happy emotions though. Like you're just
yeah.
overwhelmed with happiness. Like, man, he really did it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh man. Well,
I'll save the rest of them.
yeah.
We'll
Well,
save it to like the actual like movie. We'll do like a movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, and maybe we should say, and Thad back again for Gathering of Fools.
hey, hey guys.
and actually, I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement. Gabe, he's got a lot going on. 23 years old, and he had problems with commitment to the podcast, not in any bad way or anything like that. He's always invited back, open invitation, and he can even make it a once a month thing if he wants to. Love the guy, but he was just having a hard time committing once a week. So Thad is taking over as the co-host of Gathering of Fools.
I should be so happy, except you just made me feel like a complete piece of shit. He's like, Gabe's 23, he's got a lot. Well, luckily we found this 33-year-old asshole with nothing to do, so
Well, listen, I was looking for another 30-something asshole.
guess we'll tell him to come on back.
But as soon as you found out about the podcast, you were amped up. You said, anytime, I'll come on. Doesn't matter
Absolutely.
how much notice there is. And I literally called you the day of for that Steelers podcast.
Yeah.
And you were like, yep, I'll be there tonight.
That was good shit, though.
Yeah, it was a good one. Still to this day, the most downloaded episode.
Hey, shout out
Yeah.
to you people.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, thanks for letting
Thanks
us
for
jump that
creating
hype
history.
train.
Yeah. Appreciate that move.
Speaking of hype train, I don't think we're going to be able to get away from talking about the impeachment.
I know.
And we actually haven't talked about this before the podcast, so we're going to kind of find out our own feelings on it right here
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I mean, man, I think sometimes I do wish I was more politically inclined.
Yeah, I read.
I try.
I've read. I don't like to read.
I'm more locally inclined.
Yeah,
if that
I
makes
agree.
sense.
And
'Cause I feel like that's more important than national, but
well,
to a certain extent.
especially for what we can make a difference on, and
Yeah.
you want to make an immediate difference in your own community,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But I have read up on this. I've been trying to read more and more news just because of the podcast. And I didn't read into this too deeply. I would go to a couple paragraphs in on every article I read. One, yes, the House voted to impeach him. It's
Yep.
not going to make any difference.
Correct.
Because the Senate is not going to pass it.
Not even close.
He's going to still be president.
Yep.
He's going to be the first president to be impeached that is also going to run for re-election. And with the people Democrats are putting up, he's going to probably win.
Right.
So it'll be a lot of firsts. If anything, the Democrats, because of how they went about it, have only furthered his reach or power, or however you want to say it, honestly.
Well, I mean, if you think about, just in history in general, when we were in school and we're reading history books and you kind of jump all over the place, there's definitely presidents and time periods that you just kind of skip by.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not like, oh, well, what was the big Grover Cleveland era? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? There wasn't any monumental things maybe that happened. To a certain extent, but
No, I agree.
to the president himself.
Right.
And
Or
you know,
even what happened in his term.
Right,
There's nothing monumental.
You know,
yeah.
but what we're witnessing is definitely going to be in the history books for hundreds and hundreds of years to come. Just because it's going to be a lot of, like you said, it's just going to be a lot of firsts.
Yeah, Democrats impeached him. Nothing happened.
Yeah. It just goes to show you, I mean, the power of our three branches of government. And I think we kind of tend to forget about how there are three branches of government that fucking just check and balance each other out.
Right.
You know, as much as you want to bitch about it and stuff like that, like, people assume that voting for the president is the most important election.
Right.
You know
but
what
it's
I mean? Like,
not.
It's not even close.
No.
I mean, like, it sucks to say, but, like, you have more power in who you vote for on the local and state levels, you know, of government than you do on a national level.
Right. Correct.
You know?
Well, and not to mention, if you really want to change the way the government is being operated, you got to start below the president.
Oh, my
because
God, yeah.
you can try to get whatever president you want in there, but it's not going to matter if everybody in the Senate and everybody in the House are still the same people.
Right.
Nothing is actually going to change at that point. It has to start more locally and build up.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I think, and
like he said, like Trump's line was draining the swamp. Well, the swamp is everything underneath of him. And in order to make any real change, that all does have to be cleared out.
yeah, and I wish someone else was draining the swamp. No, I agree with him. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, because it does kind of have to get cleared out. But it's just
And he didn't really drain it either.
Yeah.
He really didn't do any of that.
He just added to it. But I get what he was saying.
Right. He had the right thing.
Here-
Everybody was tired of corrupt politics.
Yeah, and here's what we need. Here's my view on it. Just in general, what we actually need as a country, just because, and this all it ties into like what we've already stated before about our views about just being able to talk to people,
Right.
you know, and have a difference of opinion, but still it's okay.
Right. Just because people have a different opinion than you does not make them the enemy.
Right. You don't have to fucking automatically hate someone,
Right.
because they don't view the same thing as you. But and even in this,
You
even
can't
goes
make
to,
change if you act like that.
Right. This even goes to something you're very passionate about. Okay, if you're very passionate about something and someone doesn't agree with you, you can't just completely write them off and say there has to be some give and take. You know what I mean? So that means you got to be able to take a little bit of their views as well.
Right.
You know, but that's what people struggle with.
Exactly. And one thing I like to say to that extent is what people forget about is the team is the United States. Your team shouldn't be Democrat, Republican. I mean, you can say, you know what, I lean Democrat, I lean Republican, but the team is the United States. And if somebody is offering up something good from either side, it should be looked at and at least least investigated. Like, hey, let's look into this. This looks like it might be okay, but that's just not how it works.
And that's where it goes. Ties all back to draining the swamp and
right
and stuff like that. But basically, my ideal America, I guess you could say, is someone who doesn't want career politicians.
Yeah.
Like, as far as just, you know, corrupt politicians, I should say.
Correct.
If there was a way to get corruption out of politics, which starts with lobbyists.
Yeah.
You know,
for
lobbying.
sure.
I mean, that's
you really have to take the money out of politics.
Yeah, and banking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of shit that you got to start with, and it's a lot of people who aren't in politics, but you have to remove them from politics all in general. But what you need is someone who is a career politician running the government. Okay, so
correct.
And when Trump was running for president and people like that, and that was the big thing, you know, and that was everyone's big argument was like, well, Dad, he's such a good businessman. Like, I'm like, that's fine. I'm going to go have heart surgery next week. Okay?
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And
okay.
and I'm joking.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, oh, fuck. Morgan, you didn't say anything.
Hypothetical situation.
Okay, hypothetical situation.
I'm going to go have heart surgery next weekend.
All right.
Okay? And I get a choice between two doctors. All right? And one is a really good doctor. Right? He might be a shitty person, whatever, but they're at least a doctor. They went to school for being a doctor. They have experience in being a doctor.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He's not a car salesman.
Right. and the other guy
is a car salesman.
really good at business. And he knows a lot of good
business tactics.
Doctors.
He knows a lot of good doctors.
Yeah, I mean,
he's friends with a lot of doctors.
But he's not a doctor. I mean, there's nothing against Trump, and I'm not saying that not everyone started somewhere as a business person. Obviously, at the local and state level, yeah, you're an attorney or you were famous. You don't even have to have an experience, obviously. But again, I'm saying in my view, I would like someone that has experience.
Yes.
I mean, years of experience.
Right.
At local, state, national level of government. That's just an intelligent human being.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he's not. Obviously, you can't get to where he's at without being pretty smart.
Right.
Okay. But just someone that has a grasp on everything that's going on and how it's all, connected, running the government. Okay. Someone who's not corrupt. I know it's hard, but like I said, it starts so much more than the president.
Yeah.
So,
well, one thing, Ron Ferguson is hopefully going to be on soon.
And no way!
And he's running for House. Yeah. Or representative. But he, one of the big things that he always says that I really like, because he's Republican.
Yeah.
I would say, but he says people before politics. And I think that's huge. You got to go for what the people want ahead of your politics. Now, sometimes the people may want something that's not good for them, but then you have to try to get through to them why that's not good for them. You know what I mean? Because we're all not scholars.
There's no doubt.
Yeah,
there's no doubt. I think that is obviously the biggest struggle, is trying to relate the information and how it will affect everyone.
Right.
In I don't want to say a dummy version.
Well, especially
but
the problem is they can't even the candidates can't even really get it out, because the format that we use for debates and everything is like, terrible. Okay, you're going to get 20 seconds to talk about what you want to do. Like, I'm not saying that I would vote for Bernie Sanders, but I always thought his ideas were kind of silly until I heard him on Joe Rogan. I talk about Joe Rogan all the time, but he went on there for an hour and a half and really just got to lay out how he would do some of these things
without anyone
interrupting. Yeah. And it made more sense then. It was like, well, I don't know if that is still the right way. Haven't done enough research for it, but it makes a lot more sense when it's broke down like that. You're not trying to tax the everyday citizen. You're trying to tax corporations and Wall Street transactions. And a lot of people don't even understand that that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But for the Donald Trump thing, from everything I've read, from the videos I've watched, from watching some of the trials before they actually impeached him, there was definitely an effort to have the Ukraine investigate a U.S. citizen who was his opponent, and they wanted them to do a criminal investigation. Right. He definitely wanted that. It definitely, in a roundabout way, seemed like he was saying, or we're going to withhold this military aid and not do this meeting with you and with our president and your president.
Right. With our ambassador.
Yeah. First of all, it's not the worst thing a president's ever done.
No. Don't have enough time for that.
Yeah. And second of all, I really just think the big issue is that he got caught and people wanted to catch him, because I'm sure things like that have happened a million times. But if you're on either side of the map, since he did get caught, since it did come to light, you should want some sort of repercussion, whether it's just this House impeachment and then it doesn't go anywhere from there.
Yeah.
But you can't say, well, we wanted Joe Biden to get in trouble because of what he did in the Ukraine. If he did, I haven't looked into it enough to see if he did do something there.
Yeah. Or his son.
But yeah, his son, but supposedly he helped.
Right.
But if you want him to be in trouble for that, then this person should also be in trouble for this. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've heard it your whole life.
Right.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right. Yeah, I think it...
But in the grand scheme of things, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to change anything.
That's what it all comes down to, why I do hate politics as much as I do. I can't stand, because of everything we've already talked about, I can't stand just those single-minded, strong left or strong right, and this is it, and there's nothing else. And that's honestly what it turns into. And then it becomes bullying. It becomes those people looking at the normal moderates who actually, those are the people that we need. Those are people that we like.
Right.
And those are the normal, trying to do the right things. And then you just have these people that are, well, no, you need to come. I mean, do you want reelected? Do you want this bill to pass? Wait, what's your view on this? Do you want you want this bill to pass? Oh, well, then you need to come because I'll vote for yours if you vote for mine.
Yeah.
But you're never going to get it passed if you don't vote for it. Like, it's just constant pulling and bullying.
When the government seems to be at the place now, well, first of all, just for people in general, like arguing over Facebook and everything like that, they don't even try to hit you with facts. They just try to bully you into their belief. But with where we're at now with the government is, like Mitch McConnell, the head of the Senate, I believe it is, he has literally been quoted saying anything that comes up to vote for, that they put across his desk to be put up for vote from the Democratic side, he will not even put it up to vote. You're just never going to hear it. And you can't have that mentality. You can't. What if it's good?
Well, and that right. What if it's a cure for cancer? Right. Fuck it, Democrat.
Yeah, Democratic. Nope. Can't
we'll
have
wait
it.
till a Republican comes up.
This will actually stop. What's the word I'm looking for? Like sex trafficking. This will stop sex trafficking.
Literally was the next thing that came to mind.
But it's coming from the Democratic side? No.
Keep your daughter safe. We'll put out a couple messages.
Yeah.
Put one more ad up.
Yeah. This will literally stop global warming, but it came from the Republican side, which I know is silly because most of them say that's not a thing. But if it came from the Republican side, Democrats would also say, no, we're not even looking at that.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But when you say it, like people are like, oh yeah, that is crazy. That's what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. I think what I took from a lot of it too is I tried to listen to a couple things as much as I could,
right,
during the hearings and in the Judiciary Committee kind of speaking and stuff like that. It's like, we went into kind of checks and balances a little bit, and it's crazy that basically, like, Donald Trump is basically saying, like, no, here's what's going to happen.
Oh, right? Yeah. He's
like, I'm the executive branch, right? Yeah. And I'm not going to do anything that the legislative branch asked me to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to not do anything and then leave it up to the judiciary branch to figure it out.
Right.
It's like kind of what it was, just basically like, because there was a lot of, like, there was, subpoenas and, interviews and stuff like that. Like, they just wouldn't allow it. Like, he was just like, no. Yeah. They're like, no, like, you got to, like, we're conducting an investigation. Like, you have to. And he was like,
just cooperate. He's like, yeah, but I'm not going to.
No, because I'm the president and I don't have to. And they were like, no, you have to. And they're like, well, who's going to tell me? Oh, the judiciary branch can tell you, but after the investigation. Like, it's like, it was just, it's all messed up. And again, I don't even want to sound like I know a ton about it because I don't. So, I can't, I'm not that guy that's just going to be gun-ho and whatever I say you have to listen to because I don't know everything that's going on. I'll tell you who I would love to have on here. It would be phenomenal for any type of listener that we can get to that is indulging in politics.
Well, and I do want to announce this. I will have anybody from either side come on here. I don't care. Republican, Democrat,
right,
conservative.
Do you know?
I don't care.
Rob Ellsworth?
No.
Okay. I think he graduated a year above me.
Okay.
From Indian Creek, but he's worked for multiple people in government.
Okay.
National level. Senators, just crazies.
Yeah.
Went to Georgetown.
Okay.
Still lives in D.C.
Right.
Does a bunch of work with he lets, kids from our hometown go and see him and talk to him. He gives them a big tour and everything like that. Just, yeah. He's very, very involved.
Right.
I believe, I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure I think he was a Republican at first. I think he is more Democrat now.
Yeah.
Still has Republican friends, views, stuff like that.
Because you can have both.
Right.
I have a mixture of both sides.
He's just when I know he has a lot of views that some would agree with, some would disagree with. But what I do like about him is that he has a lot of facts. I'm a fat guy.
That's all I like to boil it down to.
Facts. I don't like your fucking opinion. Right? I can go get that from. Morgan gives me her opinion every day.
Right.
I can do this shit all day long as I get the glare.
Yeah.
But
She's in the room.
sorry, but I like facts. You
Yeah.
know, and why
I'm
I like
real big
facts
on
is
'em.
because if I'm wrong on something,
I want to know.
I don't mind someone saying, "No, you're wrong. This is it. Like this is the fact."
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to know the facts so that if I have
don't
to, I
want
can
your
reevaluate my
bullshit
stance.
opinion on why you think something is. Oh, well, I'll give you a reason why I think it is.
Right.
And then we got nowhere.
Right. I mean, you can have your opinions on things, and we can have a conversation about that. But you can't
that's
tell
what they
me
are.
you can't tell me your opinion
Not in a
is
debate.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to read this because I saw this earlier, and it's the guy's name is Loudermilk. He's part of the government. I can't remember exactly where he's from, but he decided to compare the plight of Jesus to Donald Trump.
Of course he did.
He said, "Before you take this historic vote today, 1 week before Christmas, I want you to keep this in mind. When Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. During that sham trial, Pontius Pilate afforded more rights to Jesus than the Democrats have afforded the president in this process."
Can I guess his state? Is he a senator or is he representative?
I can't remember, and I literally just screenshotted it for the quote, so I'm not sure what state or anything like that. But to me it was just like, you can't.
I'm gonna guess his fucking state.
Okay, guess the state.
Okay,
Let's-
and then we can possibly
Let's see if
look
she
it
can
up.
find it for us.
Okay,
Loudermilk.
man.
I'll spell it for you. Actually, hold on.
Well, hold on. Okay, Loudermilk. Because I read that in the most southern draw
LOU. It like it's
accent possible. Okay, let me get two guesses then. Let me do
Okay.
two guesses. Ready? He's from South Carolina,
There it is. Okay.
or he's from Georgia.
Georgia. It is.
Fucking
Georgia.
folks,
it is.
this was not a. I mean, this is a fucking carnival game. Okay,
He's U.S. Congressman from Georgia.
there you go. I mean, that screams fucking
That's
Bible
just-
Belt City all day long.
But it's just so crazy to me. It's so crazy.
I know.
Hey, hand me my paper over there, actually, by the way.
Yeah, I mean that's just unbelievable. And I think she, by the way, a president tweeting
All the time, constantly.
how
I got on Twitter for this podcast,
Yeah.
and I followed Trump, and I always heard people talk about how much he tweets.
it's like, is it like minute by minute almost?
There is
Damn near.
There is probably a minimum of 20 to 30 tweets a day.
A day.
From your president. That's insane. The
And no one at this time, like no one's fact checking him while he's doing it.
some people do, but it doesn't matter.
No. I mean, like someone on his side.
Oh no.
No.
I'm pretty sure I've read articles where they say they try to get him to stop tweeting, and he's like, "Yeah, get out of here with that noise." So I got a brand to keep up. I've just had.
It's a great brand.
Have you ever seen Hot Rods?
Yeah.
Hot Rod, the movie,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he's like, he talks about like being hopped up on Mountain Dew and stuff like that. Well, apparently he drinks Diet Coke like it's water. He's like, I've been drinking Diet Coke all goddamn day, and I'm tweeting.
Stop.
Oh my god!
Pry this Diet Coke can from my dead cold hands.
So let's stick with government for a second, but take it
Yeah.
to a much funnier thing here.
Oh,
So you know what Wakanda is?
yeah.
From Black Panther. This is how our government is rolling. They let things like this happen. Wakanda, the fictional country from Marvel's Black Panther, was listed as a free trade agreement partner
Jesus
of the U.S. by the agricultural department, according to NBC News. The agricultural tariff tracker maintained by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, Foreign Agricultural Service, had Wakanda on the list until Wednesday afternoon. The USDA told NBC it used Wakanda as a test and forgot to remove it. Data for Wakanda included information about commodity groups such as vegetables, coffee beans, essential oils, and livestock. Cows and frozen Chinese water chestnuts were listed as tariff-free imports from Wakanda.
What about the main thing? What's in the movie they go there
Vibranium.
for? Can we get some vibranium?
Right. So is that tariff-free or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're probably going to have
No, you got
there's
the
probably
tariff on
tariffs
that.
on that. How hilarious is that? That's what we're rolling with.
Oh my god.
That is just absurd. So we have mistakes like that being made where that was actually put like on their website. Wakanda, part of a U.S. trade agreement.
Black Panther 3 coming soon. How can you not make another
Just
one?
Marvel trying to promote their...
They hacked the government. They'll never know. Which it did take them a while, I guess.
Yeah, well, then I love that they said, it was just for test purposes and we forgot to take it off. I'm not sure that makes it better. No. Why are you putting test things loaded up on the website in the first place?
Yeah, or you know what you label
How about
it as?
try it with like real countries?
How about this? Test country 1.
Right. I bet you Wakanda has good coffee though.
Bet they have good everything. Did you see that place?
Oh my god.
Well,
that's
pre-war,
so funny to me.
pre-war or post-war Wakanda, if we're gonna get into it.
I'm gonna guess post-war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But a lot of coffee bean fields got.
I mean, I feel like pre-war they probably wouldn't be able to be on that list.
They wouldn't be allowed on anyone's list. They were undetectable.
They were undetectable. Nobody could find them.
Okay.
So I feel like
moving on.
I feel like somebody in the government was like, they saw Black Panther and thought it was like a documentary movie or based on a real story. Like, fuck, we got to figure out what we're doing with Wakanda.
So basically, like our government was like, "Hey, can we make a Black Panther? Can we?" Because the Japan, did you see what they're doing?
So Japan is going to. They had a little announcement, basically saying that they were. It was a certain faction of their government saying they were interested in seeking a building Gundam-style robots for war. So,
hey Dave, explain what Gundam is.
So it's basically giant robots. So has anybody ever seen Pacific Rim? Or has anybody ever seen Voltron?
Or have you ever seen the Unicorn Gundam statue in Japan?
There you go.
Take your pick.
Or have you ever seen a Transformer?
There you go. Yep.
So Japan.
Did you ever watch Power Rangers?
Right. So that's what it is. It's a giant robot built for battle.
Yeah.
And
they already have. They basically have a replica.
Yeah, they already have the
statue.
replica, but they're this certain democratic wing of Japan was talking about making a operational suit, and supposedly their belief is that they'll be able to get they're trying to gain power again, and they're hoping supposedly what people think is they're trying to get the nerd vote to get back in. Which, hey, I mean, shit, they saw what happened if you have a reality TV show here, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go big.
Go big.
Yeah. And maybe.
But if they do that, we are getting Transformers. We got to stay a step above.
Seriously, and why are we not? Why haven't we yet?
Right.
I mean, of all the movies that we make, you're telling me none of these fucking things can come to life?
Yeah.
For real?
And I want to meet Optimus Prime in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's not hard. You know what? Optimus Prime seems unattainable. But Bumblebee?
Yeah. Come on.
It's a fucking car that basically talks through the radio. That is believable shit.
Yeah, I feel like we could do that.
Yeah.
If they're saying that they can make Gundam happen, we should be able to get a Bumblebee.
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if it's controlled by a human,
right,
somewhere else.
Right. Which is basically what they're saying. It'd be almost like drone-like.
Right.
Yeah. I'm in.
Why do I feel like this is high talk? Like I should be high as shit talking about this.
I feel like maybe whatever faction
pure...
that is in the Japanese government, they may be very high.
Because
they went too far with shrooms.
I mean, because if that's the case, then why have we not made Jurassic Park real yet and unleashed some fucking dinosaurs on some people?
Ed, why are we worried about nukes if this is a possibility?
Right.
Could you imagine if
Gundam robots attacking us?
Could you imagine if that thing landed in New York? It's
Oh
over.
god, yeah, we're fucked. Just think, everyone who's seen the Power Rangers, where they land and just start knocking down buildings.
Yeah,
and
they knocked down buildings with one fucking swift
accidental trip.
Right. 4
fall-
buildings.
yeah.
Skyscrapers, not buildings. Skyscrapers gone.
Bridges gone.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Let's just pray it doesn't happen.
Way to weave that in there.
Like that transition.
That was good. Well done, sir. Well done.
In other news,
I do want to talk about driving in the snow because we got our first real snow and it lasted like an hour and a half,
if that.
And people lost their fucking minds. They acted like they'd never driven in the snow before.
I know.
Somebody had my Jeep.
Oh,
I was rolling Jeep Life today.
but you know what? That helps you go with the 4-wheel drive. Doesn't help you stop.
No.
And a lot of people confuse that. They're like,
Yeah.
I got 4-wheel drive. I can drive 70 in the snow. No, you cannot.
That's not true.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
It helps you get unstuck.
Yeah. You know how many vehicles can stop on ice?
0. Yeah. But literally, there was all kind of wrecks on 22. Apparently.
Yeah, it makes me mad too.
Yeah.
Because they happen in the same spot in Weirton every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like maybe Weirton should do something about that.
Yeah, be better on top of the highway there.
It's not even close. It's where there's 2 spots coming off of Memorial Bridge on 22 into Weirton,
Yeah.
right? Go straight, and then right where that turn is, right before Main Street exit, there's one.
Right.
Okay. Then as you're going past, right before Harmon Creek, where the bridge is, it's actually, I'll tell you what's funny. It's actually the only bridge ever that I always see, like, you always see those signs like icy when
Yeah.
wet or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah, icy when cold. Could be icy.
Whatever the
be
bridge.
careful.
Yeah. Whatever the bridge
Whatever
sign
that
is
sign
before
is,
every
it's
bridge.
the same sign.
It's the only fucking bridge that's true for.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately if it rains and gets colder, if there's any chance of ice or snow or anything,
It's there.
there is almost a wreck there every time.
Yep. Well, it just kills me because after a couple times of having the snow, everybody remembers how to drive. Like, look at that. There's cars everywhere. Is that fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just insane. There's cars everywhere. Like, everybody forgot. Like, you're still driving 70. You see the snow.
I know.
Act like the roads are bad because guess what? They are. So figure it out.
There should 2 lanes, right? 2 lanes on most roads.
Yeah.
Like if you feel
Most highways.
yeah, like if you're just going to work and you're okay and just stay in the right hand lane, right?
Don't pass anybody.
Don't pass anyone. Like don't pass someone if they're going 30 and you want to go 32.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Leave it alone.
No, the assholes like you said who have 4-wheel drive and they want to go 50 and 60 and let them stay. They stay in the left-hand lane.
Yeah. Let them go crazy.
Let them go, and when they wreck, you drive by, make sure they're okay, and just keep going.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. I don't, I try not to be so, because obviously when a wreck happens, what happens after that?
Everybody slows down to look at the wreck.
Right. So what eventually happens?
Traffic.
Okay. We all fucking hate traffic. There's
Yes.
not one human on earth that says, "Oh, I had the most amazing day." Okay. Right after my 10-hour day, I sat in traffic for an hour and a half, and it was phenomenal.
I got to listen to the whole new Pink CD.
Oh, I seriously turned on Netflix and watched 14 episodes of The Office.
Yours
sucks.
was a much better reference than my Pink.
Oh, sorry. Maybe I've done it before. No, I mean, it sucks. Like, I mean, obviously, you wreck. And I'm the first guy that's like, Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? We can't drive people. Like, but at the same time, because I actually felt a little bad today, I saw someone that was actually on my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
I don't know her personally.
Right.
But she was one of the ones that got in a wreck. I'm like, who's to say?
I mean,
What if she really just like some shit like she's just driving. Maybe she's just driving 35. Like we said, it's pretty early.
right.
Like there wasn't. We're not driving on emergency level roads.
Yeah, I know, but you can
know.
see that it's on the ground. So just assume
Can
that
you?
it's bad.
Yeah, but
I mean, sometimes black ice, but today with what we had, you could see it on the ground.
Yeah, because I wasn't around.
Yeah, I was
down the river.
I was already driving slow, and don't get me wrong, there was a point where like I spun a little bit, but I was going slow enough that it was easy to fix because I could see the snow on the ground.
Because that's the other thing too. Once you start, if you have one little jerk where you're like, oh shit, do you not immediately go, okay,
right,
done.
Yeah, I gotta settle it.
Whatever I'm doing, I'm going about 10 miles slower, and I am chilling.
But you should already be ready for that when you see the weather on the ground. When you can visibly see it, there is situations with black ice where you're not going to see it. I had one of those scenarios. But when you can see it on the ground like we could today, everybody, take your time.
Slow down, relax.
Take your time. Slow down.
Because that's the other thing too is like, and if you are a place of employment and you're getting mad at people for either showing up late or something like that, you are a big piece of shit. Like you are the definition of a tyrant because you can't understand that, like, hey, this is just happening. The roads are getting bad. It's okay if you're a little bit late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. And I feel like if you're that worried about your boss or your place of employment getting mad that you're late,
they're not going to if they know what the weather is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Then, like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like that place should be
shut down.
If you really ashamed of yourself.
If they're gonna penalize you for driving safe in terrible weather, then
yeah, I agree. I mean, I just feel like don't get me wrong. I feel bad for the people who do get in accidents. I hate the people who slow down to look at accidents. You're the worst type of people, and I hate you.
Yeah,
because you're literally causing or even the people that, like, just there's nothing. Like there's like someone pulled over, and you feel like you have to slow down below the speed limit of 40. Like you got to go 35 and a 55.
Yeah,
I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know you, and I hate you. And who is this gorgeous brown sexy man?
Hold on, go back up top. You've probably seen him in a lot of different comedies, but look at this guy before. So, I mean, he looks kind of like a normal guy, right?
Oh, shit. He's
a comedian.
Why do I feel like he was in Google?
He was in that TV show, Silicon Valley.
Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah, and he was in that new movie Stuber with Dave Bautista.
Oh, God,
so silly comedian,
Okay.
Never really been in shape. Oh. Well, it made me think of it because we were talking Marvel earlier. But if you now look at him, you can look up his name. It's there's actually two things to this.
I can't wait to hear.
Kumail Nanjiani. Kumail Nanjiani.
Okay. Kumail Nanjiani.
But now, if you continue to go, look at him with his shirt off now. He is a ripped up monster because he's going to be in a new Marvel movie.
And what is that?
It's called The Eternals. And how did he become so ripped? He is a monster now.
What the hell?
How did he get so big? It is absurd.
No.
Well, he said he's one thing I do like that he posted the picture and he said, I just want everybody to understand that I could afford to get a trainer. I could afford to get a dietitian.
Yeah.
I could afford to get all these things. Not everybody can do this. So don't be upset if you don't have the same results.
Right.
Which is cool of him to say.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the big thing too, is like, I mean, every single person, obviously they want to be in better shape than they are.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, some people are happy with where they're at and whatever. That's fine. But yeah, there's so much more than just working out. That it's not. It's more eating. I've learned than just working out. Like you got to be on point.
You got to have a very big regimen. First of all, with your workout and your diet, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing. You know how sometimes when we have to figure out a name, we Google how do you say?
Yeah.
And we look up the YouTube
video.
video.
Found it?
Well, so he actually has a video
of himself saying
trying to tell you how to say it, and I'm gonna play it on the microphone here. Oh, hold on, I got this.
Oh, I bet it's good. I bet he pronounces it right.
You would think.
I should have that for telemarketers.
Come. I never remember how to do it. Kumail I don't know.
What a letdown.
That's him
Such a
saying
dick.
his own name. That's him. That's him trying to say his own name. He's hilarious. He's so funny. But he's always been known as a comedian. Now he's a ripped up monster. And I just think it's hilarious.
I do remember seeing the previews of Stuber.
Oh, man.
It didn't all look good.
It was actually really funny.
What?
It was good.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's definitely not going to be like a
No,
great blockbuster movie.
It's
It is what it is.
It's a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, probably.
I bet you it's a little higher than that. It's a buddy comedy. You know what I mean?
Really?
A buddy cop movie.
It looked bad. I think Dave Bautista, I struggle with him.
But man, he was great in Guardians of the Galaxy.
For that role.
Because
you got to be an idiot and you have minimal.
when they're saying they say the joke like, I guess it went over his head, and he's like, nothing gets over my head too fast.
I guess he has his moments.
Oh man.
But I mean, when I think of wrestlers and acting, it's come on,
Yeah, there's very few. I mean, The Rock.
Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It's phenomenal.
He's a shit.
Hey,
She's pulling up pictures of other guys.
oh yeah,
He purposely got fat though. What's
I
his
know.
name?
Rob McElhenney.
Rob what?
Rob McElhenney.
McElhenney.
You ever
McElhenney?
Yeah, from you watch all.
I know exactly what he's from.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's a funny name.
So I follow him on Instagram. Like I just started like maybe a little bit ago. He's actually married to the other actress on Kate. What's her name? Nicholson.
The main girl from It's Always Sunny. Yeah.
They're married.
Oh no shit! I didn't know that.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's a great show. I mean,
No,
I've
no,
never
no,
watched
no.
it like other people.
They are fucking hilarious.
Oh, just like even on their
Oh
Instagram.
my god! Like how they are on the show. There's basically like all of them. Just kind of started trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, not the penis one. The right one. Yeah. Can you play that one?
Yeah.
This is so he decides to play a classic on the guitar. And you're immediately going to know it. Very talented.
Yeah, all around.
One told you life was gonna be this way. Jobs and joke you broke. Your love life's the away. You're always stuck in second gear.
So Kate is now standing in the background.
She appeared out of nowhere when she did that clap.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Coming in for the chorus.
No, I'll do the chorus. You just do the clap and then that's it.
Just the clap?
Yeah, just the clap and
Then I'm
then.
just supposed to stand here like an asshole for the rest of the song?
I don't care what you do. Fuck off. Just do the clap and then I can sing the rest of the song.
Why don't you do the clap?
Because I'm playing the guitar. So I can't. Thank you. We good? Thank you. Come on.
I was supposed to stand there like an asshole.
Like what's that? Like relationship goals. Like they're just fucking
That is great.
normal people.
I think relationship goals I also always refer to when it comes to famous people. Dax Shepard and
God.
and what's her name? Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. I almost said Catherine Bell.
Did you see on Ellen you never saw him on Ellen?
when they had the mask on?
Oh shit. That was perfect.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, they were good.
Funny.
The other thing is too is like, oh man, just right into my ideas of celebrity relationships. I don't want to be like any of them.
Yeah.
Because they're unrealistic.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
Like
all,
you're gonna find the ones that are just like you said. I mean,
like those two.
maybe, but who saw Channing Tatum in Jenna, that one.
Jenna Dewan. Right?
That was their big
Dewan,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're perfect. Well,
Blake Shelton.
That almost seems like two pretty people together
Yeah.
for clout almost.
you see what's coming next. You already see what's coming.
Yeah. But those
Did you
people,
see the Justin Timberlake thing?
yeah, I saw I didn't really read up on it, but I saw he was like holding hands or something with his
Yes.
co-star.
Getting a little touchy feely.
Get a little touchy-feely.
Swear I didn't do none, man.
Hey, what up, girl?
It's like, yeah, man. It's like, hey, we know her.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Morgan's profile is up here.
Yeah. Relationship goals. Nah, I don't. Those are all.
So relationship goals are you two? That's what you're saying? That's why you pulled your info up?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to argue. She's kind of controlling the podcast right now.
Yeah. Right.
She could shut this whole bitch down.
Cut this bitch off. Cut her off.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, no, those are that's impressive with Kumail.
Oh man, to me it's crazy. I saw it the other day, and I literally
But he's right.
He is my inspiration for the new year. I'm not going to be able to get those same results, but that's my inspiration. Did you see the veins in his arm? People, look it up. Kumail Nanjiani ripped, because it is insane.
Yeah, he is. I'll give it to him. But he's right. He's got millions of dollars and can pay for some chef to come over and tell him what to eat exactly at what time to eat, and some trainer to work out what muscle to eat at what muscle to work. Everything perfectly together to get exactly what he wants.
Actually, you were talking about celebrity couples. He is married to somebody that doesn't have as much celebrity. I think she just helps write and stuff like that. But do you know their story at all?
No.
They actually made a movie.
Arranged marriage?
No, but but that's the right heritage. But he was actually went against his parents' wishes to marry her. But they actually have a movie based on it called The Big Sick.
Okay.
And they met. They kind of started dating. He was getting pressure from his family because she wasn't Indian.
Oh, okay.
And he decided they got in some fight, they broke up or whatever, but then she had some crazy health scare and went into a coma. And the only people they could originally get a hold of, one of them was him. So he went and sat with her in the hospital. That's how he met her family. And he ended up like being there for the whole thing while she was in a coma. And then it was
fuck?
And they ended up together.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy story.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously it got made into a movie. And I can see why.
Yeah, the two of them wrote it.
That's a pretty good movie to make.
It was a good movie.
Shit.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was a Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow had something to do with it, or produced. If it was. Yep, there it is. Yeah.
Ray Romano.
Yeah, he played her dad. But it was really good. It's literally how he met her parents in the hospital when she was in a coma.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Great movie, too.
I'll have to look it up. Maybe it'll make my top 5.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I got it out there. Got like 300 Blu-rays out there. That's one of them.
That's it. I'll grab the other one. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch that.
Yeah, well.
That I wasn't really happy with the ending, but I actually did love the movie as a whole for sure.
I'm a big Shia LaBeouf fan.
Me too, man. I don't think he gets enough credit as an actor.
Yeah, well, no, I think he's a great actor. I think he's a pretty real person. I mean, like, you can tell he deals with some shit.
Yeah. Did you ever see, that show Hot Ones?
Mm-hmm. It was cool as hell.
Did you ever see his?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Yep.
You're like, oh, he's really just a normal guy.
He does. Most of his interviews nowadays are definitely more just like, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to sugarcoat anything.
No.
Which is refreshing. But you can tell he's got some shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some stuff going on.
Well, that's the other movie I really want to see from him. It's not out yet. I think it's called Honey Boy.
Okay.
He plays the dad in it, but it has.
Oh no, it's about his dad.
Yeah, it's about their relationship, basically, loosely based on. I think.
Listen, I don't want to keep on referring to Ellen and like let everyone know I'm kind of a closet Ellen fan.
I follow her on Instagram.
I also saw him on Ellen, and he talked about that movie.
You're all about this Ellen life.
Yeah, fuck. I gotta stop saying it. I'm gonna be like, no, he was on MTV, which is even that's even worse.
That's worse for sure.
He was on SportsCenter. He was talking about his movie.
You could be like me. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Right. Just make shit up. No. I think he's good. Mm-hmm. I think he makes really good movies. I think he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Man, what a great face actor.
I hate you.
Never live that one down.
But he is a good face actor.
Yeah, I know. Definitely for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, he even talked about it, and he didn't like shy away. He was just like, yeah, I mean, like my dad was a fucking clown.
Mm-hmm.
Like not like a clown, like he was jack off. Like he was a fucking performing clown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, you know, had a kind of a falling out with him and with the whole childhood acting shit.
Well, because he was, from what I could see for the previews, he was like really pushing him and tried to make sure he was the guy that was kind of in charge.
Right. And fuck.
Luckily, he didn't grow up during the before Macaulay Culkin in the limelight.
Yeah. Well,
Because all the laws changed because of Macaulay Culkin.
did you ever see? Are you a Ryan Reynolds fan?
Yeah.
Oh, big fan. Right.
Huge.
Another one, just funny in general. Just, but they were talking about like something about how somehow it got kind of leaned into childhood acting and like what he wanted his child to. He was like, yeah, why wouldn't I want my child to grow up in some abusive environment and do something that they don't really want to do to make their parents happy and end up getting into a drug-induced, lifestyle and end up ruining their lives and going and committing suicide. And like just on and on, you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? I mean, like,
it's a struggle for a lot of those child actors.
Yeah, I don't want to say the majority.
Because we don't know if that's necessarily true.
I don't want to say majority. I will say a majority of the big name childhood
actors.
stars. Yeah. Like the ones that just blow up.
Even if they make
and
it,
just get too big.
even if they make it out to the other side, they at least go through some sort of struggle.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic story at this point.
Yeah. And it's just like, what the fuck do you expect? Like, you can't blame them at all.
Right. Actually, we used to toast every once in a while to R.I.P. Jonathan Brandis, because he was a child actor who blew up like that. He was in movies like The Ladybugs, where it was he was a guy playing on the female soccer team.
I know. He died?
He committed suicide.
No shit.
He's in that movie, I think, Sidekicks with Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know him from The Ladybugs. Great movie. Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Yeah, loved it.
Big fan.
But yeah, he committed suicide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm guaranteed a lot of them probably go to some
dark places.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
It's hard to be in the limelight like that. Everybody says, "Oh, I want to be famous," and then you're famous, and you're like, "Oh."
Well,
but I'll be famous.
You got to think about like a lot. I mean, and not even to mention like a lot of kids grow up in a maybe dabble in some drug activity.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean, with just it being around. Okay, now take your own personal experiences and put yourself in Hollywood with a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you're skipping a lot of shit. You're not even are you skipping it. Maybe you're doing it in doses in high school. Like, hey, I'm doing it here and there, and then you have the ability to do it all the time.
Right.
It's circumstances. I mean, like
you can put yourself in any situation.
Yeah.
You have the money. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I actually just recently found out his name is Harmony.
His?
No, this is a different guy. Harmony.
I know. His name is Harmony?
Harmony. Starts with a K. Harmony.
Korine?
Yep. He was, you remember the movie Kids?
No.
Very dark movie, very critically acclaimed. But he wrote it, and it got made when he was like 18 or 19 years old.
Okay.
And he was on David Letterman multiple times. And it's just the craziest interviews you ever saw. I just found out about this, actually. He made Kids. He made Gummo. He ended up doing Spring Breakers after he got clean. But he was on there multiple times, like the most ridiculous interviews. Like he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
And then he ended up getting permanently banned because Meryl Streep was on the show at the same time, and David Letterman walked into Meryl Streep's dressing room area, and he was in there going through her purse because he had gotten addicted to like heroin and crack and stuff.
Golly.
Because he got unbelievable fame. Because Kids was like a monumental success.
Really?
But it was a very dark movie about kids in New York and sex and drugs and violence.
Oh, okay.
And then Gummo was a weird one that he made that I never watched. But Kids I saw. Kids was intense. Literally like kids getting HIV and getting drugged up when they're like really young.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I never... Well, how old was I? I was young.
Yeah, you were young.
I wasn't exactly watching dark movies when I was 9.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck possessed me to ever watch it. I watched it when I was young though. But I was probably in high school or maybe middle school.
That's a little bit different.
But it was intense. But yeah, his interviews. If anybody gets a chance, look up what's his actual name? Harmony
Korine.
Harmony Korine. Look up his interviews on David Letterman.
Okay.
Because they are crazy to watch.
See, I like inside story. You know what I mean? Background
Yeah.
stories. I like that more than like the front round stories.
Everybody knew he got kicked off. Nobody knew, like, it definitely, he was never allowed back on David Letterman.
Yeah.
But nobody knew why until James Franco went on, because he ended up becoming friends with him through Spring Breakers. He might have even been friends with him before that. But James Franco went on there and asked David Letterman to speak on what it was, because he always tells people that he pushed Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
And David Letterman knows, hand to God, this is what happened. And
No
he
shit.
was going
And
through
told him.
Meryl Streep's purse.
Wow.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Addiction.
Yeah, majorly addicted. You're in like the prime spot of your life in the right places, and still you're digging through maybe the most famous actors of all time's purse.
It's like Chris Farley.
Oh, what? Rolling right into Chris Farley.
Wow.
This is the anniversary of his death, and man, who did we lose a guy?
What was he the best?
Oh God! I mean, starting with Tommy Boy, but Black Sheep, Beverly
Sheep
Hills,
was good.
Ninja.
Oh, dude, that was a good one too.
They were all so good, and then just what he did on
SNL.
SNL, just so good. And I mean, Tommy Boy is just one of the all-time comedy classics.
God, he was in a lot of stuff that was just gold.
Oh, gold!
Like it was just so good.
But Tommy Boy was definitely one of my favorites for sure. Black Sheep was good as well. I love the Black Sheep when they're chasing around the bat.
Oh, listen, I loved him in fucking Billy Madison as the bus driver.
Oh yeah,
Just little shit like that.
yeah, just those small
But that's
roles
what it was
he
just
was great
perfect
in.
at.
Yeah,
Tommy Boy, I think I like Tommy Boy a little bit more than Black Sheep.
I would agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just it was fuck. It was so good. Beverly Hills Ninja was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were all classics.
Like you got to think about that too. Is like he didn't even get his what Tommy Boy was the big one.
That was definitely
that
the
was
big
his
one.
feature.
But he was still. I mean, that was the start of his success. But he really was primed to just keep blowing
Yeah.
up. But
Yeah,
he couldn't stop, and he couldn't stop partying.
he
did
could
a
have been like
speedball.
he could have been like the Kevin Hart era of just
Yeah.
hey, we need a funny, just throw this dude in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except he's a lot funnier than fucking Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Nothing against Kevin Hart.
Yeah. No,
He was
nothing
just
against
funny.
Kevin Hart. I do love Kevin Hart. I really want to see that new Jumanji movie.
Oh, big fan.
I haven't
Big
seen the
fan of
new one, but the
Jumanjis.
first one was hilarious.
First one was great. Yep.
But yeah, the autopsy revealed he died of a mixture. I thought it was heroin, but cocaine and morphine.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
Coca.
which is just so crazy. You're really trying to tear your body in two separate
Yeah.
directions. Like I want to be really sped up, but I also want to chill out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, like, yeah.
Yeah. Like pick one or the other.
Right.
Like why do you
Like,
got to go both
hey,
ways?
you hold this rubber band on one side, and then I'm gonna run the other direction. Let's just see what happens. Like that bitch is gonna snap. Yeah, that was a sad one. You know what I loved? Did you see that when Adam Sandler went back to SNL?
I didn't see it.
Okay,
I don't watch enough SNL to be honest with
neither
you.
do I. I don't. I hardly. I'll be honest with you. I don't watch any of it
Yeah.
anymore.
Right.
You know what I do watch is when some of the, and I hate when people are like, oh, it's just not as good as what. I don't know. You know,
It's just different.
it's different, and there might be some younger people on there that younger generation people get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I just know like back in the day, yeah, I mean, there was older cast members, older comics who just like hadn't really made it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And SNL was that was their breaking out party. It was like if you wanted to become a feature comedian,
You got on there.
you got to get on SNL
Yeah.
to get through. I mean, think about everyone. I mean, we don't even have enough. I mean,
Even just the writers, not even the people that were
Yeah.
on there. There were writers on there that
Yep.
ended up becoming huge comedians. Like pretty much every stand-up comedian, not every, but
A
a
lot
lot
of them.
of the stand-up comedians you know today wrote on SNL
Yeah.
at one point in their career.
so I mean, you just got to think about like. But anyways, Adam Sandler, you know, him and Farley got fired
I
together.
didn't know that.
Yeah, and he went on Howard Stern's radio show and talked about it.
Oh,
and
no
they
shit.
basically were just like, you know, they're gonna fire him. And he was like, no. He's like, nothing. And he was like, well, how'd you find out? He's like, you gotta just be pissed. He was like, well, no. I mean, like me and Farley like acted like we were really pissed. But really, we were just like really upset. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? He was like, me and Farley got together. We were like, yeah, fuck them. Fuck, what are we gonna do?
We need a check.
We are fucked. And they were just like, yeah. And Howard just pushes.
He wants.
No, you were. He was like, nah, it really wasn't, man. Like, he was like, it just, it kind of happened. He's like, well, it kind of worked out for the better. He was like, well, I don't know. He's like, because he's like, we were ecstatic to be on SNL.
Yeah.
Like, we were having such a good run, and he was like, well, I would have stayed on there for the rest of my career. I don't know. And he was like, no, you definitely would have left. He was like, no, I don't know. He was like, it was going really good.
Because you're in a comfort zone where you're getting a nice steady check. You're making decent money. You probably weren't before that.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, and he kind of like goes on and like kind of talks about like, just like, well, how did it actually happen? Like, who fired you? And he's like, believe it or not, my agent. Like, I heard it from my agent. And they're just like, what do you mean? He's like, well, they kind of talked about it. And they were like, well, he's like, Adam, maybe I don't go back next year. He's like, no, man, I've already made up my mind. Definitely going back. He's like, well, maybe let's explore some other options. Like, let's try and think out. He's like, no, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. He's like, yeah, you're pretty much not going back next year.
like, well, what if they didn't want you back?
Like, was trying to be super nice about it. Was basically like, you're fucking fired.
Right.
But yeah, so like, so he got fired. Same time as Farley.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that at all.
Yeah. Which again, and just like two separate things, but Sandler hadn't been back to SNL since then. Like, just kind of always,
really?
yeah. And then just finally was like waiting kind of for the right time to go back, and ended up going back and doing like a monologue, and then doing a song. And he actually wrote a song about Farley.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Look up the song about Farley, because it was like, if you were a Chris Farley fan,
Yeah, it was for sure.
okay, and then not to mention like Adam Sandler was like literally one of his best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like just that whole group. Because think about all the movies that Sandler's done with like the Spade, Rock.
Well, he always has his friends and everything.
Exactly.
Even the friends that you don't even really know.
So it,
In all the movies.
right,
Yeah, all
yeah.
of them.
Oh, so every Adam Sandler movie
except for Judd
obviously has
Apatow. He actually went to college. They were roommates in the dorms.
Apatow and Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But Apatow didn't need his help.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. You know what? Before this, hit pause on the recording because it's time for a potty break.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and we're back, and we're gonna watch this song that he did for Chris Farley. Because I've actually heard about this before, and I actually wanted to hear it, and I never did.
It's you can tell it is the most genuine from the heart song
right.
maybe ever written
Yeah, I believe that.
from a non musical artist.
Oh, great.
No, you got to press play. We got to watch the ad
Yeah, we got to play
because we're watching.
Good job. But you
we're
got rid of
watching
the
a
sound.
website that we cannot name or say that
Yeah.
plays videos.
But
when
you're
you
like
type them in.
But you're like a pro. You got rid of the sound real quick.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
First time I saw him, he was sweeter than honey. Plaid jacket and belt too tight, and he wasn't even being funny. Then he cartwheeled around the room and slow danced with a cleaning lady. He was a one-man party. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about my friend Chris Farley. On Saturday night, my man would always deliver. Whether he was the bumblebee girl or living in a van down by the river. He loved the bears and did good dance at Chippendales with Swayze. When they replaced his coffee with Folgers, he went full on crazy. The sexiest cat girl and me loved in the band. Without him there'd be no much lady land. You know I'm thinking about my boy Chris Farley. After a show, we drink a quart of Jack Daniels, then stick the bottle right up his ass. But hungover as hell, that Catholic boy always showed up to morning mass. We tell him, slow down, you'll end up like Belushi and Candy. He said, those guys are my heroes, that's all fine and dandy. I ain't making that stuff up, that's the truth about my boy, Chris Farley. I saw him in the office crying with his headphones on, listening to a Casey and the Sunshine Band song. I said, buddy, how the hell is that making you so sad? Then he laughed and said, just thinking about my dad. The last big hang we had was at Timmy Meadows' wedding party. We laughed all night long, all because of Farley. But a few months later the party came to an end. We flew out to Madison to bury our friend. Nothing was harder than saying goodbye, except watching Chris's father have his turn to cry. Hey buddy, life's moved on, but you still bring us so much joy. Make my kids laugh with your YouTube clips, oh Tommy boy, yeah. And when they ask me who's the funniest guy I ever knew, I tell them hands down without a doubt it's you. Yeah, I miss hanging out, watching you try to get laid, but most of all I miss watching you torture a spade. You're everything that you wanted, but I still wish you were here with me. And we were getting on a plane to go shoot Grown-Ups 3. Yeah, that ain't the same without you, boy. And that's what I'm singing about. I'm singing about my boy Chris Farley. And if we make enough noise, maybe he'll hear us. Give it up for the great Chris Farley.
Yeah, without a doubt, he felt that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. And you can even see it like in his face sometimes, like he was struggling to get it going. That was awesome.
Actually, I know he went on tour for a little bit.
Yeah.
And was doing like singing and stuff, like all the songs and stuff like that. And he this is where he busted it out on tour. And the first video I saw of it was like all the tour venues and stuff like that. They kind of put together, and you could tell it was like emotional every time he sang it. I think this one was different just because
it was on
SNL.
Yeah,
like it just fuck it. It almost hit you. You're like, oh my god, man.
Yeah. If we were hungover, we'd have been fucked.
I almost started crying then.
If
I'm hungover right there, I'm done.
Yeah, there's no way around it.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
but
actually
it's
really
super
glad
cool.
I finally watched it.
Yeah.
Of course, it took you bringing it up on the podcast for me to finally watch it.
Yeah,
God, I need to
sorry,
get my
man.
life together.
Like, I gotta go watch Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah, you sure do.
I hear you. Hey, you know what though? And we talked about it on your pee break.
Yeah.
We completely forgot about something today
What's that?
to bring up with all the other stuff going on about the Steubenville Christmas Parade.
Oh, yep, the Steubenville Christmas Parade. And
I shouldn't even say it. It's not even about the parade.
no, it's about it's
about people.
It's about people and people sucking. I mean, come on, people.
Jesus Christ.
So we're both friends with Terramanos.
Yeah.
And our friend, one of the Terramanos, made a post on Facebook about somebody calling in to the business phone and complaining about the fact that the Steubenville Parade sucked, and something about it was ridiculous that they even put money into it.
Yeah. Basically, like, called them out about being the sponsor of the parade.
Yeah.
They were like the main sponsor.
Right.
And like, basically, here's what happened. This is just my opinion. I think what really happened. I think the Terramanas were like, you know what? Let's fuck Steubenville. Let's fuck Steubenville and let's call God, right? And be like, hey, God, make it pour down fucking rain today.
Yeah.
And not only make it rain, I want you to make it like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's make it just miserable.
Yeah, let's make it as miserable just to fuck everybody.
Just to fuck everybody.
Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah. Is that your thought process?
And that's the best part. Someone seriously thought that.
Yeah.
Along those lines.
Right. Well,
someone thought
they may
like,
not have thought that, but they thought that like
They
the
thought it.
Terramanas put together a shitty parade because
Yeah.
it was rainy and cold and
like they have it like
they weren't trying to do something good for the community.
well, and that's what we basically talked about. It was like there's a lot of oh man, I mean it's very tough to support, local businesses now just with all the shit that are at your fingertips.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Online shopping.
I mean, Amazon
every
kills a lot of local
Walmart,
businesses.
Lowe's,
Yeah.
just nonstop bullshit. It's very hard.
Well, in our community specifically, like we see some communities in our area blowing up, but it just seems like we can't get things to happen here.
Yeah.
And then some people, like the Terramanas, are trying to make some cool things happen
Right.
here, something for the people. And there's other people that do it as well, but this one, the Terramanas are the ones that got attacked here. And somebody wants to call in and leave a hate message about
Right.
the parade and the fact that they invested in it, like, or donated to it. Like,
Well, why
what's the
wasn't-
problem?
Well, why wasn't Walmart a sponsor?
Yeah.
Why wasn't Walmart the sponsor of the whole thing? Mm-hmm. Or why wasn't Lowe's?
Right.
And I'm just for example just doing big
Just any
chains,
of the
but,
big companies. That are in
for
this
the
area.
most part, like we typically have a lot of the same sponsors when it comes to events, local events, and it's local businesses. People don't understand that. Like, why do they sponsor that? It's because they're trying to give back to the community that you
that
live
supports
in.
them
Yeah.
and that you live
so
in.
that
yeah.
you say, oh shit, they care about the community. Like we should invest in their company. That's how communities work. That's
Right.
how we grow.
And how many times have people complained about there being nothing to do and nothing going on in Steubenville? So then some people try to put some stuff together for people to do in Steubenville,
Right.
and now you're going to call in and bitch and complain about it? Like,
Yep.
come on, man. What's your problem?
Well, their life sucks.
Yeah.
Like, if you call and bitch about anything, your life is just fucking miserable.
99% of the time when situations like that, that's what it is. You're unhappy with your life, and you're projecting it onto other people.
God, it happened at work today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to get into, but basically, like, some guy was like calling out another guy who did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Really did nothing. Was like calling him bad, like calling him a little bitch, beat your ass. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah,
This
come
dude
on.
did nothing. But
Yeah.
it actually made me think about the guy who called in. It was just like, you got to think, like, he's sitting at home, like, just nothing. He probably had no plans of going to the parade.
Yeah.
He
None.
didn't. If he did go, he was going to say how bad it was.
That was his plan from the get-go. If I
Yeah.
do go, all I'm going to do is bitch about
Yeah.
how shitty this
It was
is.
it was going to be bad from the start.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what.
Can't be happy about something going on in
Yeah.
Steubenville. Like, come on, man.
It's like there's actually a lot of good local families, companies who are trying to get some shit together.
Yeah.
For example, Carpolot, Franco.
Yeah, Franco,
Carpolotti.
he's trying to bring some stuff to the
trying
area.
to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He's got a
Yeah.
nice little complex down there, too.
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there is room to grow in Steubenville.
Yeah.
Or just the area in general.
Well, there's
But, like,
definitely
you
room to
look at
grow.
Weird, and it's like,
How is it blowing up like that, but it's not
Crushing it.
here?
they're crushing it.
To me, it has to have something to do with some sort of local politics.
Well, and I talked to one of the owners of Theo Yanni's a while ago, when they were in the old joint. And at the time, they were talking about some type of business tax that I don't know if I don't want to say it because I don't have a
because you don't have a good
hold
grasp
on
on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that that was like one of the big issues with what was kind of going on.
But we know there's got to be something. I mean, who's
Yeah.
that guy that's opening all that stuff downtown now? I can't
down
think of
in
his name.
Steubenville,
Yeah.
Nelson's.
Nelson. And, he bought a bunch of property, and he
Yeah.
is building nice things downtown.
See, and that's the thing about Steubenville. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Is like there's so much bullshit that
Yeah.
you got to go through to
Well-
get a business in Steubenville. It makes it almost
and
impossible to own one.
he's building some nice things downtown, and then they want to hassle him because some of the
Yeah.
buildings he bought, he isn't doing something with right now.
Right now.
Like, well, give him a minute. Like, he's already
Yeah.
built all these other businesses down there. Like, give him a second.
And that's the other thing. And I'm not 100% sure. You know, I'd have to.
I actually want to get him on the podcast.
Yeah,
I do. I want to get him on.
I mean, I would like to know about, because there's obviously building codes that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And I think what's going on right now is, this is the impression I'm under from talking to some people, is that basically when you go out of downtown Stoneville, there's a storefront, right? And that's the base.
Right.
That's street level. Okay. The problem is that most of the buildings have what?
Multiple
fucking
floors.
6 stories.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And if you want to lease that or buy that building or whatever, and you want to put a whatever your business in that building, not just the storefront has to be up to code.
Right, the whole thing
The
does.
entire building has to be up to code. We're talking about 10s and 20, 30, 50, 60 years of nothing updated.
And some of those
electrical,
codes, and not just
plumbing.
Not just that, even like for handicap accessible.
Yeah.
So now if you're going to put a business in there, the whole building has to be built towards the new handicap accessible codes.
Yeah.
If you're adding on anything significant, that's also the way that works.
Like, that's what people have to realize. Like, when
there's
you're
a lot more to
talking
it.
about revitalizing downtown Stoneville, like, you're talking about revitalizing old, dilapidated buildings.
Yeah.
That's going to cost a ton of fucking money. But there has to be some sort of give and take from...
And if you're putting a business in there, you can't just rebuild it to how it was. You have to rebuild it to current codes, not even like electrical codes and stuff like that, but things have to be so wide. It has to have a way for a handicap to get in. There has to be a handicap accessible bathroom.
It's a ton of work.
Yeah, like Manfred's, they don't have a handicap accessible bathroom.
Well, how do you know? They just redid it.
Speaking of crazy people, crazy people putting their own self-worth in hating on other people. Antonio Brown, did you see his most recent quote?
No,
I can't remember exactly what the quote was, but he basically said he's the best 6th round pick ever.
What did he put on Twitter?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
Okay. Well, we should be able to get him. Oh, yeah, he pops up pretty quick.
That's not it.
Okay.
I might have actually screenshotted it on my phone. Man, he's tweeting a lot, huh?
Yeah, I saw something.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's go up.
Oh, okay.
So, NFL, respect my greatness. Best 6th rounder all time. You know who else was drafted in the 6th round?
No, probably no one good.
Oh, probably not.
Right.
Not like maybe one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Not Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers was drafted. Dan Marino was drafted in the 6th round.
Not Tom Brady, the guy with all the rings.
My God, you don't think he knew that?
Yeah, they were just buddy for like a week, right? So no way he could have picked up
It's not
on
like
that.
Tom Brady asked him to stay at his fucking house or anything.
Right. It's not like Tom Brady tried to hook him up.
Jesus,
So crazy.
he says some of the craziest shit. Ever. And listen, I
start to think really there might be some CTE playing.
Dude, I was just gonna say
a role.
no.
No, you don't think so?
No.
But I mean, he was always a little bit. You know what I'm going to say, bitchy, but never like crazy like this.
No, that's what I'm saying. This isn't CTE.
You don't think so?
No.
It's just wait.
CTE means that he would fucking be locked in a room right now.
I mean, not always. I think everybody's CTE is probably going to react differently.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's not doing anything he's never done. Like, he's been a prima donna since day one.
I'm sorry.
What's that one say?
It says, bruh, I rap now. I don't play children games. Grow up. You rap now? I didn't even know you rapped. I didn't know.
I can't wait to hear this. Scroll up. What else?
Bruh, I rap now. I gotta.
Sir, you think I give a fuck what my mama a dyke, my daddy deadbeat? I'm a golden boy. Fuck out of here. And that attitude keeps you unemployed and out of the NFL.
Sir, you think I give a fuck? My mama a dyke, my daddy deadbeat. Wow. Okay.
So far, his rap is going to be very good because he types as well as most rappers right now.
Oh, man, it's fucking crazy what's going on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Look,
And
right there. New moves. That's what it was.
He might be the only person tweeting more than Trump.
No, I don't think so. You can see he's just got a couple a day. Man, I'm a rapper.
Jesus. I'm a rapper.
Shit.
Chill.
You know what he's eventually going to do?
Look at that Hulk Hogan mustache. What was he doing here?
He's going to run for office.
Oh, God. he won't win.
Yeah, I know. He's got a shot. He's got a shot.
Man, honestly, people go just scroll through his feed. The ones they give us aren't just all the good ones. Man, we're looking at these and there's just nonsense all over the place.
Oh, here we go. Guess almighty NFL can hold players out against their will, no criminal charges pending, nothing but. A Caucasian player gets a domestic, go to jail, still out here playing targeted hate against. I can't even understand what the fuck he's saying.
Targeted hate against us everywhere, my peeps. Trying to make it a race thing.
How come Ben Roethlisberger is in the NFL? Didn't he have serious accusations before? I don't always think it's always necessary to play the race card, but I can definitely agree with this one. Something ain't right. Someone agreeing with AB.
Man, that's kind of crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I think for some reason people think that, you know, you have to break the law in the NFL to get fired, or like to get. It's the same thing as like Colin Kaepernick.
Right. Some teams when teams don't want to sign you, teams don't want to sign you. And like honestly, when you pull the race card on the NFL,
yeah,
what race is the majority of the NFL?
White. Oh, sorry. I didn't let you finish. I thought you were going to say white owners. or NFL owners.
People playing in the NFL.
Yeah, well,
they probably could use some people in the owner box.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
I was going to say,
I'll for sure
it's a little
say
bit
that.
different.
Yeah, that's different. They definitely the owner box needs to get a little diversified.
It's a little rough up there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean and that's the thing. It's like oh man, I don't want. Oh hey, who's that handsome guy?
Oh man, so you dressed up as AB for
I did.
Halloween, huh?
Yeah.
And what does that say on there?
It says unemployed prima donna asshole will work for food. Not really, but I do want a lot of money to not work.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Notice the ice bags on the feet.
Yep. That. Oh man, good job.
I went hard.
I do want to note that he did go as AB, but I do want everybody to make. I do want to make it clear because this could cause a problem.
I did
there
not
was
go
no
blackface. Yeah, there was no blackface.
There was no blackface here.
I was actually running a little low on costume ideas.
Yeah,
and was going back and forth. Day of the party was at TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
his jersey was there. $14.99. Authentic. Authentic Steeler jersey.
Authentic AB.
$150 jersey. 14. Listen, AB, if you're listening, which I know you never will, and I don't care, motherfucker, you are worth $14.99 at TJ Maxx.
It's the only authentic jersey I've ever heard of being at TJ Maxx.
However you want. Tell me how much money you have. You are worth $14 fucking dollars at TJ Maxx. You are shit.
That is hilarious.
They could put a Thad Crozier jersey that's worth more than that at TJ Maxx.
I'd pay $16.
That's right. That's right. Toboggan, TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
it didn't have the AB. It was just a Steeler toboggan. So
but it's on there with a lean.
It was $9.99. So
the toboggan was almost as much as the authentic
$5 less than the authentic AB jersey that I bought. So I mean, it was a very cheap, quick Halloween costume. Shout out for AB for being a dickhead and helping me out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, he's a ridiculous human being.
Oh my God.
Who has absolutely no business having a job for a company.
No. Doesn't matter what company.
That's what you are. Well, the NFL is basically, it's a business.
No, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what company.
Yeah,
it is a company. What business.
Right.
Just because they don't want to invest in you now because you've caused all kinds of problems.
Right.
And then you even initially left the Patriots on a good note. You tweeted something good. And then like a week later just attacked the Patriots too.
Yeah.
The one team that might have taken you back.
Yeah.
So crazy.
That was bad because he fucked with Oakland's head. Long time. I actually feel bad for Oakland on that one.
I feel like could he possibly have really planned all that? I feel like he couldn't have possibly planned all that.
Oh man, I don't think he's not that far ahead.
Yeah, I don't think he's that savvy.
I felt like he. I just think he. Honestly,
maybe one of his agents.
He's going to the path of like a lot of these guys, except that I feel like OBJ has some other. What do you call them? Sticks in the fire. Like he's got some other shit going on.
Well, apparently he came out today, and actually Browns is where I was going to head to next, Brown to Brown.
Oh, perfect.
But OBJ actually came out with a thing today that said he doesn't plan on going anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying about just being on. I just mean being a colorful, vibrant.
I don't think he's as bad as AB.
He's not.
Yeah, I just don't think
He's
is.
not. I think he actually matured.
Yeah. Well, and
where AB did not.
And why he's not having the stats that he's used to having. I mean, that guy's playing every play. Did you see that block he laid out the other night?
Agree.
Man, he leveled that linebacker.
And I'm saying like he kind of, I don't want to say he's like, no, I'm going to go with my original statement. He's matured.
Yeah.
That would be like the best way I could put him because he's
not having the sideline antics.
Yeah, he's thrown some tantrums before.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Straight tantrums.
He's not having that now.
No, I mean, I think he's kind of realizing that it is what it is, man. Like,
And he does have to be frustrated. I mean, is there a bigger letdown in the NFL this year than the Browns?
I think there's a big reason why he's acting the way he's acting. It's because he knows all of America is looking at him going, when's this dude gonna blow up?
Yeah.
And like he's that guy. Like I think he wants to prove a lot of people wrong. Where like AP doesn't give a shit about anyone.
No, doesn't
like
give
he don't
a
give
shit.
a fuck about what you think or anything like that. OBJ actually does care.
Yeah, and he wants to be known as the best receiver.
And he does,
and he wants to be known as a winner.
Or like if he says like I'm the
I
best
think
receiver,
winner is what it is.
he'd rather just prove that he's the best receiver, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't agree. Like I don't agree with a lot of shit the receivers do anymore because a lot of them are just
Prima donnas.
you're not getting it, man. Like
Yeah.
you can't act like that all the time.
Honestly, I kind of feel like maybe I'm biased because he's on my fantasy football team. But I honestly feel like he's really upset about not winning. I think that OBJ. I think that's one of his biggest gripes is that they're not winning, and
There's no
everybody
doubt.
like I said, the biggest letdown in the NFL this year is the Browns. All that talent, all those skill players, and you are at best a mediocre team.
It's disgusting.
I think part of it's coaching. I also think part of it, as much as before the year started, I really thought Baker Mayfield was going to be something. I don't know if he is.
You think he's part of the problem as well?
I don't think his attitude or anything like that. I think he's not as good as we all
advertised,
or as a lot of people, not we all, but as a lot of people thought. I think yes, they have a weak offensive line, but I just don't think he does well with pressure. I think he was very indecisive this year. You could see him just not being able to get a throw out there.
Right.
I think he just thought he was going to have this superstar offense and didn't even think about the fact that his offensive line wasn't that great, and he just couldn't figure out how to get the ball out.
Yeah,
that's why Jarvis Landry's having such a good season because Jarvis Landry's getting a lot of dump offs and making great plays. Yeah, single coverage. Yeah.
So here's my thing is that I'm a while back this is before the season, way before the season. I'm a Cowboys fan. Okay.
Yeah.
I say that I was. I say that I am. I'm leaning towards was. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting to the point now where like I basically am just gonna root for whoever I bet.
Yeah. Do you think Zeke lived up? Do you think
No.
Zeke lived up to that quarterback money?
That was my entire gripe. Mm-hmm. I actually denounced the Cowboys on that post.
Yeah.
And it basically comes down to this: is that GMs are in a hard spot, owners are in a hard spot, and fans don't really grasp what's going on. Okay, so as a Browns fan, okay, you see Odell Beckham, right, coming, Jarvis Landry, Baker,
Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt,
Nick Chubb, and on
Myles
the
Garrett,
yeah, like you
Ward.
see the names and shit like that you think are gonna be this is what we needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The problem is that you just lost your best player, Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Due to injury retirement.
Yeah.
And replaced him with who?
Nobody.
Yeah,
their offensive line was a real struggle, without a doubt.
And it's not just the Cleveland Browns. It's a lot of teams, okay, where when you're trying to build, okay, there's a lot of shit that goes into winning a Super Bowl. but just being and let's just say the Patriots because come on.
But yeah,
They're the epitome of a franchise.
I don't
for
care.
The last
Love
decade.
them, hate them, and if you don't think like that dude cheating thing that came up where they were filming the sideline, if you don't think every NFL team does that from time to time, you're out of your mind. But
yeah, they just have a watchful eye on them now.
right, but the thing with that team is everybody wants to be the highest paid for their position. Tom Brady continually restructures his contract to make less money to get
talk
players.
about it all the time. And the Patriots in general build that around it. Like, listen, if you want to come here, if you want to win, you don't give a fuck about what you get paid or whatever like that.
Yeah,
Then we'll pay you fairly.
yeah.
Don't get it wrong.
You're gonna make millions of dollars.
You know what I mean? But Tom Brady gets it. This is actually. I'm glad you brought that up because that's kind of like what my whole point is with the Cowboys and what kind of happened. This is why I got so mad. You gave $90 million over 6 years.
Yeah.
To a running back who's entering his 4th year.
Right.
Okay. Statistically, after your 4th year at the running back position, you start to decline. Okay? So that's fine. He outlived his contract. You're right. He overproduced his rookie contract. You're exactly right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should he have gotten more money? Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine. Let some other fucking team pay that man.
Right.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone thought, like when I first said this stuff, everyone thought I was mad at Zeke Elliott. No. That motherfucker's the smartest dude I know. He sat out because he knew, like, oh yeah, well, who else are you gonna get me? I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. But you're not thinking of like, well, listen, like you're gonna give him this much money with Dak Prescott literally just asked for the amount that he asked for, which is fucking insane. $40 million a year.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck did you just say?
And
guess what?
And we got the decline.
And they're gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
Not that much, but he's gonna get close. Okay. And this is what kills me. So you gave Zeke Elliott, who's had multiple run-ins off field, right? So he has off-field issues. He's an every down back. He's a 3-down back.
Yes.
Okay. You're not giving it to him a couple times a game. He's on first and second, but then he goes and takes a break for 3rd down, right? He's staying in for all 3 downs. So either blocking, carrying, passing, receiving. He's a Le'Veon Bell type motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think he's going to play every game for the next 6 years?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. He hasn't done it yet.
He's fucked.
He hasn't done
fucked.
it yet.
I mean, he don't. And now you just gave him all this money. Now there is incentives, and I get that. Like he's got to play a certain amount and all that stuff.
But he's got an insane amount of guaranteed money.
So the Dallas Cowboys basically just took all their money and they invested it in their running back. Okay,
Right.
Who's probably going to get hurt or off-field issues or whatever. Anyways, dumb decision. Okay, now they're going to invest a bunch of money in their quarterback, right? Who's not an elite quarterback. Would you call Dak Prescott an elite quarterback?
I think he has the potential to be.
Okay.
He's not right now.
But he's not right now. Okay,
And you're going to lose Amari Cooper because you gave Zeke that much money and you have to pay Dak.
correct. Who's going to block for him?
Luckily, their offensive line, I think they've got a lot of it shored up.
No, they do.
Yeah.
A little bit. They're also getting older.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I get like offensive linemen, you can be really good for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, they have a little bit shored up, but at the same time, like you have Travis Frederick who's having issues, Martin,
Well, and they had
Tyrone Smith.
They had
injury
tons
prone.
of injuries this year on the offensive line. Tons.
Okay, what about defense? Because
Yeah.
you can't stop a fucking soul, and now you can't pay anyone either.
And you just gave that middle linebacker all that money,
Jalen
Jalen Smith.
just gave a bunch of money to him.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. You're going to lose
So-
your top cornerback this year.
So everyone was like, "Well, no, this is they're all in for this year. That's why they gave them money. They needed Zeke.
Yeah.
They're 7-7.
Yeah.
They're all in, and they're 7-7.
I think you guys need a coaching change as well.
Well, I've been saying that for years. I can't stand that motherfucker smiling on the sideline anymore. I'm fucking choking. Like, you're not having a good year. We're not having a good game. Right. Stop fucking smiling. I don't need I need Mike Zimmer. I need Zim to be on there just fucking grimacing. Like, he's ready to kill someone. Does Bill Belichick smile?
I was going to say, can we get
You
somebody
see
from the
that
Bill
motherfucker
Belichick tree?
smile ever. No. I don't need your smile, Jason Garrett. We got fucking Kellen Moore who couldn't even crack the lineup as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing?
You guys were better last year for sure.
And I don't want to. I hate. I mean to get off track about this, but it all comes down to like just these teams go after either names, to put asses in the seats, which is what the Browns did.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have a pretty loyal. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to have a pretty loyal fan base.
Yeah.
To be that bad.
But I got to say with the Cowboys, too, honestly, they should have known they needed a coaching change, and they should have made a coaching change when they couldn't win with Tony Romo. Because you can give Tony Romo all the shit you want. He has, out of all the superstar quarterbacks that they've had, he has every record at quarterback for the Cowboys.
Correct.
He was a good quarterback. He was a great quarterback.
He was.
And he's very smart. Like right now, he's on the broadcast.
Calling out plays.
All the time. This is exactly what they're going to do right now.
Left
He
and
is
right.
Crazy intelligent.
And people were like, man, how do you know that? Well, he knew that before, too.
Yeah.
But he didn't have anyone fucking blocking for him, and no one could catch a fucking ball. Now, they were really good for the 1 year, right? Where they had the best line in the NFL. They invested in they drafted Martin and Fredericks and Tyron Smith. Mm-hmm. Within 2 years, they got 3 fucking Pro Bowl players.
Right.
Like, it was like Lyle Collins came out. Like, it was like, this is shit. This is good stuff. Unfortunately, Tony was kind of getting up there. Now, I actually agree with the Dez Bryant release.
I do
you
too.
can kind of see.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I do too. The decline was there.
Yep.
He's never going to be a number one on a team again.
They
and he wanted
unfortunately
number one money.
didn't sign a number one, like, to replace him.
Yeah.
That was their biggest
Then
mistake.
they finally got Amari Cooper, but too little, too late.
And I think just, they have the best record in the NFL going into DeMarco Murray, right? That was a big thing, too.
Yeah.
Oh, DeMarco Murray's the best running back in the league because he leads the league. Okay, he has the best line in the fucking league. He's not getting touched until yard 3.
That's the thing. Even with Ezekiel Elliott, like he wasn't getting touched until 3 or 4 yards down the
You know
down
who's
the
a fucking monster? Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Watch that motherfucker.
Right.
He gets hit 2 yards behind the line
and still
then
gets
gains
yards.
5.
It still had a down year, though.
I know. Well, he got injured.
Yeah. On the Ezekiel Elliott thing, did you see about his dad?
No.
His dad,
Jesus, what now?
Ezekiel Elliott's dad, charged after wildcat allegedly attacked neighbor's dog. So he had an African, a cat from Africa. They thought it was a bobcat initially. Then they found out that it was, I'm trying to see what kind of cat it was. A serval.
A wildcat native to West Central and Southern Africa.
Yeah, and if you look right above there, a several is what it's called. Serval. So the best part is he tried to say that it wasn't his cat. It was chipped.
Oh my God.
So it was chipped, and he was the owner.
I bet I know who bought it for him.
Yeah. And the thing is, he could have had the cat. He could have had it legally. He just needed to get permits and stuff, but he didn't get the permits. So he, what did you highlight up there? What did that say?
It's a first-degree misdemeanor to own a wild animal without a permit.
Yeah, which Elliott did. In addition, the first-degree misdemeanor would carry a maximum penalty of 6 months in prison and $1,000 fine.
Here's my favorite line. Elliott is also being charged for neglecting the animal as authorities have determined that it was grossly overweight.
Underweight.
Oh, underweight. I read that completely wrong. I was like, wait, hold on a second. They're charging him for making his cat fat?
Yeah.
Like fucking Garfield?
I was going to say, everybody loves Garfield.
Fucking a fat cat? Yeah. And how that... holy shit.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Look up Serval.
That's it. That's what they are. That's them.
Oh, my... Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a badass cat.
That's a badass cat. Looks like a mini leopard.
Oh man! Oh,
look how big that one is. That's got to be fake, right?
Look at the kitten.
Look,
version.
that one got a bandana on.
It's a blood.
Yeah, that one's blood all over the place. Blood servals. Who knew they had gangs over there in the animal world?
Fucking signs right before he attacks a fucking neighbor dog.
Yeah. That was a gang initiation, is what it was.
And Zeke ordered it. I knew it. I knew it.
Guaranteed.
Piece of shit from the start. These fucking people.
Oh,
it all goes. Listen, all this goes back to the Browns.
Yeah.
That we were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's my view on it.
Biggest letdown in the NFL.
It's the biggest letdown in the NFL because They paid and got a bunch of poster kids,
Yeah.
poster names, right?
They have the most amount of top tier skilled players probably in the NFL.
And not even that, they're all pretty intriguing.
And pretty young.
Yeah. But I mean, you know what I mean? But they're entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Like Baker loses and he always has a good one-liner to some fucking reporter.
And he's very entertaining. He's got the best commercials
and shit.
too.
Yeah, like he's kind of he's interesting.
Who said he looked like the third wet bandit? Was it Macaulay Culkin that said it?
No, he did not.
I think he did. Look up Macaulay Culkin and Baker Mayfield. I think he said he looked like the third wet bandit. Because you remember that game where he had that trench coat on and the weird mustache?
Yeah, fucking Christ. He does too. He looks like the accomplice. Remember the movie Ted?
Yeah.
The movie Ted where he steals that dude with the mustache.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Looks like Donnie's brother.
Let's see. Former child star,
Looks
Home
like
Alone.
Robert from Home Alone. Oh, my God. I mean, it makes sense.
Call themselves wet bandit. Oh, look, here's the tweet. If you go down a little bit more.
I'm ready. Yeah.
I'm ready for you, Baker Mayfield. He's got a
God.
fake can in his hand.
Come at me, bro.
Macaulay Culkin.
And that's
you
why
and
it's
the
my
internet
favorite
today.
movie. Favorite Christmas movie. Hands down.
That's great.
Good shit. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I'll tell you the other thing, too. I love Nick Chubb.
Love him. Beast of a running back.
Yeah, there was a great meme today I saw. I think it was from a Browns fan. It was great. It was perfect. It was one guy digging like a hole, digging a ditch. And then there was like 14 guys standing around him. And they just named all the fucking Browns people. Like GM, owner, Baker, Freddie Kitchens, just nonstop.
That's hilarious.
All these things. And it was basically like, thank God Nick Chubb's here to do all the work for us. But, I mean, in the Freddie Kitchens thing, I remember seeing something last year, and they basically called it. Or, like, you know, they were trying to say that, like, Freddie Kitchens won all those games last year because he was the offense coordinator. And someone was like, no, man, like, Greg Williams was running a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was in charge of the defense, was also in charge of some offensive input. Like, Freddie Kitchens didn't really do a whole lot of shit.
And no matter what, if you let your quarterback pick your coach, your second-year quarterback,
Yeah.
you got a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Not the smartest move, Browns.
Yeah.
And the Browns keep just browning.
Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap
Factory
this
of
up.
sadness.
But I think I want to wrap it up on this. Did you look at that Facebook post I told you about?
Who?
The Wanted Wednesday, the guy, the Facebook post that I posted.
No.
So
Forgot.
look, she'll pull it up here. Click on me. Go down.
What is it about? Oh, yeah.
So yeah, click.
That's him.
Yeah, click on it. So the Richland, Washington Police Department starts with Wanted Wednesday. Akers, 38, is wanted by the Department of Corrections for failure to comply. If you have any information, please call, whatever the number is.
Okay.
Then you go down, and he replies, and he says, calm down, I'm going to turn myself in. So the police department...
Akers does.
Yeah, the guy that they put the wanted thing up for. Calm down, I'm going to turn myself in. They reply, hey, Anthony, we haven't seen you yet. Our business hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Of course, if you need a ride, you can call non-emergency, the phone number, and we'll pick you up. He then responds, thank you, tying up a couple loose ends since I'll probably be in there for a month. Should be in there within the next 48 hours. And then this guy replies, has he turned himself in? And the police department replies, he has not. So then...
Hold on, look, Anthony Akers, a man's word is all he's got sometimes, and it seems like you don't keep your word.
Yeah, so then this one says, then it goes on and says, Morose Monday. Dear Anthony, is it us? Last Wednesday, we reached out to you as wanted. You replied and even said you were going to turn yourself in. We waited, but you didn't show. After you stood us up, we reached out again, this time offering you a ride. You replied and said you needed 48 hours. The weekend came and went. We are beginning to think you are not coming. Please call us anytime. We will come to you.
God.
So Anthony Akers replies again, "Dear RPD, it's not you, it's me. Obviously, I have commitment issues. I apologize for standing you up, but let me make it up to you. I will be there no later than lunchtime tomorrow. I know you have no reason to believe me after what I did to you, but I promise that if I don't make it on my own by lunchtime tomorrow, I will call for a ride to assist me with my commitment issues. Thank you in advance for your response. If you are patiently giving me another chance with us, I know I don't deserve it. P.S. You're beautiful." Then the next post, it says, "Anthony Akers, here for our date, sweetheart," and it's him at the police department. A picture of him. Tell me that's not
Is
amazing.
there more? Tell me there's...
No, that's it. He actually wins the internet today for sure.
I want a selfie with a cop.
How funny is that?
Holy shit.
The fact that the police department went back and forth with him like that too, that is amazing.
Good stuff.
Oh man. All right, well, you got anything else?
I bet those cops are cool.
Oh, I bet you they're awesome.
like
At least one of them.
I like to get picked up in that town. I know our Thanksgiving episode didn't get aired, but God.
I'm going to call them for an Uber.
I would really like those guys.
Yeah. You would have liked if they would have showed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
We'll go into those stories sometime still.
feel like they would have been a lot better. Hey, big Anthony, that's a big risk to take. Ballsy move.
Oh, responding to him on Facebook and shit?
Guarantee you it worked out for the best.
Oh, yeah. They
Homie's out already.
They probably loved him when he came in. And honestly, he seemed fairly articulate, right? He
After
didn't
the
seem
one
like he's
post,
stupid.
I'll tell you what. He looks a lot more articulate than his picture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he reads a lot more articulate than his
Like
picture
his
shows.
picture, when it says wanted, I'm like, oh, man, he fucking molested a child.
He did something terrible, yeah.
Like, oh, my God, there's multiple.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, he has. Oh, this is even better.
So-
A man with a long rap sheet.
Who gained national attention for trolling the Richland Police Department on Facebook is back in jail once again. Anthony Akers, 38, arrested on several warrants at the Economy Inn on Monday, 10 a.m. after police received an anonymous tip that he was there. His warrants included charges for felony, attempted eluding, and vehicle prowling. You can prowl a vehicle?
Well, Anthony can.
They said he fled from a traffic stop near the intersection of blah, blah, blah. Officers did not chase the suspect because of the volume of traffic. The week before that, he was like, I don't understand what a car prowl is.
I don't know. Akers, he was involved in a car prowl.
He's additional warrants for a third-degree escape. What is a third-degree escape?
He's a fucking Houdini.
So he is smart. They don't know what to do with this guy.
He posted his photo. Said he wanted his failure to comply. He replied to the post in the comments saying he was going to turn himself in. He didn't turn himself in on the day he said he was going to, then playfully apologized for standing up to police as though they had a romantic date scheduled. Finally, he posted himself moments before
Posted a
turning,
photo of himself, yeah.
Here, when asked PA how many times they believed Akers had been arrested, she said a lot. So he really did turn himself in then.
Yeah, at the end he really did.
So he turned himself in. And how many times have been arrested?
A lot.
21 Savage, shout out. Okay.
That's hilarious.
All right.
Well, you got anything else, brother?
Man, I don't. I got to work in the cold tomorrow.
Oh, God. It's cold in here.
Oh, you know what? Listen, I do got one thing.
What's that?
Listen, I've been so hyped up on this today.
Uh-oh.
I can't even start, describing it. If you work outside.
Yeah.
If you work if you got to be out in the cold for longer than 20 minutes and you're like, this shit sucks. You need to go to Dick's immediately. Okay? You need to go to their cold gear section. All right? And you need to buy yourself a pair of long johns, pants, and crew neck Under Armour cold gear.
Why crew neck?
It's the only one they sell.
Okay. Thought there was something specific to
it. No. Just a style. Okay. But you need to buy their cold gear 4.0. Okay. It's $80. And it sucks. I'm not, dude.
It sucks that it costs $80?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying you pay $80 and then it sucks.
No.
I'm not really a shopper.
I almost, I came this close.
I get like 2
I know you can't
T-shirts
see
a
my
year.
fingers, but they're very close together.
Yeah.
Okay, I came that close to writing an email to Under Armour today.
Because of how expensive it was.
No, to tell them how amazing their product was.
That it was worth every dollar.
Like I wanted them to put my testimonial on their website.
Maybe sponsor you. Get some free shirts.
Maybe get some free shit. Yeah.
Hey, Under
essentially.
Armour, holler at your boys.
Holy shit. Okay, your cold gear is as advertised.
Yeah.
So like when I spend $80 on a shirt, I'm like, oh my god, this is it. Like when I rip this tag off,
I can't
and
return this.
Yeah. So I told Morgan, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna wear it with a tag. I'm at least gonna try it out,
Just in case it doesn't work.
and if it doesn't work, I'm returning this bitch.
Smelly or not.
I am not fucking spending $80 on a fucking shirt that don't work.
Yeah.
So I wore it, $80, cold gear 4.0. Okay, it's for extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
I know we don't live in like fucking Antarctica, but still,
But it gets fucking cold.
it's cold, man. It's
Especially
cold.
with that wind blowing
So
and shit.
here's an example. Normal day at work, I wear a t-shirt, I wear a tight long sleeve shirt, I wear a Carhartt long sleeve shirt, I wear a flannel long sleeve shirt, and then I wear an FR shirt over top of that. So I'm like 5 layers deep.
Yeah.
Then I'm still cold, and I usually put on an FR coat, which is fire retardant for anyone that's wondering.
Okay.
More expensive than regular shit. It sucks, but you got to wear it.
Yeah.
So I'm like wearing all this shit, and I'm like, dude, I can't even move.
Right.
I'm literally 6 layers deep with a fucking 20, 30-pound harness on. Like, this sucks. Like, I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I can't do this shit anymore. So I heard about it. I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. I bought it. Decided to wear it today. I didn't feel one bit of cold.
No shit.
Not a wind. It was windy today.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't feel one piece of wind flow through my chest hair one time.
Wow.
It's the most. So
That's a testimonial if I've ever heard one.
what else do you need to know?
Yeah, nothing.
I felt my balls felt as warm as they've ever felt in my entire life.
From your shirt?
Well, long johns as well. Okay, comfy.
Were they Under Armour long johns?
They were comfy. They were compatible with what I was doing. They made me feel good about myself, and they put me in a better mood at work. Under Armour, cold gear, go get it.
Under Armour, holler at Gathering of Fools.
The best plug ever.
All right, as Thad loves, this is Gathering of Fools. We're out.
See you.